And it is with great pleasure that I announce the return of the FluffCast. Gentlemen,
It's cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fucking cartoons. We all know the Earth is only like about 60 square miles.
and we are live. Welcome to the FluffCast.
Yeah, we know that the Earth is a cube. Anyway, yes, welcome to today's FluffCast. This is the first FluffCast in how many years?
Oh my god.
No.
Fucking not enough.
Yeah.
7, 8,
6 years.
Oh,
6
yeah.
years.
Let's see, what was that?
Years. God damn.
6 years.
I've
So much
got-
has happened in 6 years, you know?
I've
I feel like
I've got hair in new places now. I've become a real big boy.
I feel like
You've
I'm
also lost
getting into some ancient shit.
You're
There's a
digging
newbie
into
here.
horrible ancient magic right here. Let me tell you that.
Oh yeah. The rich
Well, that's
man
really-
asked.
Let me be the first one to say this is a fucking mistake.
And let me be the first one to say, I hope everybody has their JO crystals ready because you're going to need it by the night's end.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep. Make sure you got your JO
Holy
crystals
gosh.
ready. Mine's
We're going
out.
to charge these. I've got mine charged already, but I figure if I overcharge this thing, I won't have to beat my dick for 2 weeks.
I thought we were
Which
using
is
the
so
JO
cheese.
obelisk.
The obelisk fell apart because you know how much shipping they wanted on this shit? Goddamn $4.99. Fuck that.
Dude, I brought it myself.
I got my fucking JO crystal. Amazon Prime. Fucking next day shipping for free.
So
And the hell with Amazon. You can always find shit cheaper on eBay.
Yeah, but
True.
when you're dealing with eBay, sometimes you get like pre-owned JO crystals, and I'm not
That's
about
why
that
you just
life.
boil it off, man.
I don't need that bad JO juju.
No, the JO Juju stays around. You can't blow it off. You gotta
No.
like bleed it like a caper crystal.
You got to Brillo pad that shit off of there.
You gotta just absorb their essence like a fucking lich for your phylactery, and you damn well know you'll fucking get their fucking essence.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. I'd like to interject here for a moment. If anybody wants the FluffCast to continue into the future, please be sure to subscribe to FluffCast Double Diamond Platinum Premium Edition.
yes,
Uh,
please.
We
Don't-
have
please-
many perks available.
Don't
One of the
forget
major
to
perks is-
subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Do you guys have a Patreon?
We are
No,
lying Oculus.
I have
They have
only
several
hands.
Patreons.
Running
No,
gag
no.
from the old days.
No OnlyFans, only hands. It's just me fighting dudes at the mall. It's pretty great. We just got a new one, or I fought a Puerto Rican this week.
It's like bum fights, but better.
It's like bum fights, but you know, I take a shower beforehand.
Yeah, it's
Have you ever
better.
fought a Cuban?
I haven't fought a Cuban yet either because you know they don't make it across that 90 miles here to, up here too far.
What about that three-dimensional creature that decided
I-
to walk up to you one day at work?
I tell you what, Funk, I will fight a Cuban in your honor.
I appreciate
Nice.
it. You got an abundance. And let me talking about that one. I don't know. We ended up being friends. All I remember is going like one of the casinos, getting kicked out, and being told, "Y'all stay the hell out of the Walmart." Well, it turns out I just went to the Walmart and was playing with the quarter slots up front. Got stickers, but didn't get no goddamn money.
That's why
I
you're
don't-
not
I
allowed to
don't-
trust three-dimensional creatures.
I don't think those were slots, man. I think those were just like, never mind. They're slots.
Look,
Fuck it.
By the end of
he
the
got
night,
a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man, and you can take those to the pawn shop. It's kind of like how in Japan with the pachinko balls.
exactly.
Yeah.
I got
Oh,
I got a red eyes
yeah.
black dragon. I'm gonna trade that shit in, and apparently that thing's worth a Camaro, and I'm gonna trade that to one of the guys at the air base because we all know that's every enlisted man's dream car, and I'm gonna use that for a favor to have somebody I don't like killed.
You gotta sell it to one of the fucking airmen. You gotta sell it to one of the airmen with 28% interest.
I was about to
That's
say
big.
26% interest on that.
And you got to throw in a few bottles of Jeremiah weed.
So look, I will sell this to you 26% interest, and I'll introduce you to a nice 19-year-old that only fucked 3 guys while you're on duty.
A nice 19-year-old who weighs 350 pounds.
Gentlemen. We're
Yes,
all
sir.
forgetting something very important here.
What?
We've got to do introductions.
Let's do
the
introduction.
fuck are you weirdos?
From the top
Why are
down.
you on this stream?
Top down. Top
All
down.
right, so D, why don't you introduce yourself, miss?
Oh, me? Oh my goodness. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
Dragon Exa.
You're
Or
the
Nixie for
drawing.
short. I mean, yeah, I'm the drawing one. I joined to the Fluffy community in December, and I'm a Polish gal, so excuse my English sometimes. And yeah, I
You
draw.
got a nice English
I
accent.
draw shit.
You speak better English than most Americans, so you're
I would
doing
say
good.
it's already better than
I'm
mine.
trying.
You've already got a better grip on it than Aichi.
I'm trying. I'm trying my
I
best.
was from the motherland and couldn't speak English.
The best we could get out of him was an oh and a doodle.
So
But
D's gonna be doing.
I started as a real artist, and now I'm drawing fluffies, so that's great.
Yeah, it
Wonderful.
happens. Trust me, it happens.
Shit happens, yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
So D is going to be our designated artist for this week and potentially future weeks. Thank you, Miss. I'm Andy. I'll be streaming this event. I first joined back in 13 or 12, and I was just a fucking idiot kid who drew fluffy ponies in the margins of his high school notebooks. I wrote one good story, and that was about it. And I just sat and laughed at all you idiots in the on the FluffCast for like half a year. It was great.
Damn.
My turn? Okay.
Yeah, your turn.
I'm Funkshire. I am a resident storyteller. I'm one of the old folks on this shit. They mainly kept me around for my weird stories, shit that happened to me that would kill most men, such as right now I'm preparing to do this fat line of coke off of this dump truck ass of a Waffle House waitress, and we're going to see what happens. But I'm here. I'm a half-ass adult artist, and now I'm here.
Funk.
Yeah.
Is that Shaquanda?
That is not Shaquanda. This is Maribel. Shaquanda is not very nice to me because, I said smothered and covered, and apparently if you put syrup on your hash browns in front of her, she will not take that shit lightly.
No, you can't do that. Shaquanda is such a sweetheart, though. Once you get to know her, she is a sweetheart. And let me tell you, you want to talk about a dump truck ass. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is I saw her crush a fucking Heinz ketchup bottle of that thing. I'm scared to go near it.
Oof.
What if I get my beard caught in that shit?
Embrace the fear.
Embrace the fear.
Oh, no.
Hi. Next up.
I'm Lemon. I joined the community back in the second week of January of 2012. I have the curse of being Uatu the Watcher. I'm here to see what horrible mess this community gets into, and I get to be the archivist of it, and I hate it. Kill me. Somebody kill me!
He can't look away.
He's just got to keep watching.
Literally, the only reason why I came back to this fucking community in the first place is because I found a piece of shit artwork in the middle of my fucking downloads folder while I was going through it. And I was like, God damn it.
And this disappointment on that face.
And then you drug the rest of us back in. You bastard.
Yeah, I don't apologize for that. Because if I'm going down, I'm taking every last one of you with me.
Please do. I hate my job.
I ain't working on any of my previous works. That shit's all dead.
Damn.
Kibbles, tell us about yourself.
My name's Kibbles. I joined 2012, 2013, something like that. I actually found out about Fluffies through a BuzzFeed article.
Are you kidding me?
I shit you not.
I actually have a screen cap of that BuzzFeed article.
Yeah, I shit you not. I found it through a BuzzFeed article. I am not a fucking... Okay, I used to be a normal jack-off, okay? I used to be like fucking just an average dude until I met these fuckers.
Kibbles was out meeting girls and shit, and we were just like, no, take us in your pocket. We'll make things better.
Yeah, that was...
proceeded to ruin his life.
You did. So I discovered Fluffy Ponies through a BuzzFeed article, and I was like, this is pretty fucking cringy. This is what I'm into. So I got on and I started making pictures and writing dumb stories and see I thought it was making fun of bronies.
It kind of is.
Little did I know.
It's not. It's actually made by bronies.
It's half and half.
I did my research into how the Fluffy fandom started, and the whole thing was actually created by bronies on 4chan.
We know
Which
we
is
were
fucking
there.
horrifying. It's
We were
horrifying.
There, bro.
We were there. We
literally watched it happen.
We made it happen.
That's it. We were in the trenches. We were fighting something.
Yeah, I discovered this shit, and then I started talking to you guys, and then I met Takanoko, who I hope he's doing well, but kind of had a crush on him, and then he turned me into a fucking furry. But now I'm not. I got better. He
turned you into a furry,
you know
Mr.
what,
I want to
though?
chug Daddy Werewolf's cum.
You know what?
I am now a monster fucker. It is different, okay?
Takanoko is a very, very pretty individual.
Oh god,
I
he's
will
so
say
cute.
this much. Like, holy shit, that hair.
Seriously.
God, it's so great. Oh,
Takanoko was the most beautiful person on the board for
he really
forever.
was.
We are
Oh
not
my
joking
god.
when we're talking about his hair. It is amazing. It's silky.
He's kind of like a Venus flytrap though, or like a corpse flower. Like he's beautiful to look at, but God help you, his sandpaper asshole would take your dick clean off.
Yeah,
Jesus
no, it'd
Christ.
be worth it. It'd be worth it because he's really fucking cute. Okay.
It's true. It's like that one time, and then you're like, you know what? It's not so bad being a eunuch. I can sing in church now.
Yeah, for context, he basically would complain one time on the cast that he ended up having to buy a new dildo because his asshole ended up like breaking all the ridges off of it.
Oh my God.
He had more
Jesus
delicious now and not
Christ.
smooth.
That-
My
Yeah.
goodness.
That was
But
the
he's-
same cast where he was like, you guys should just do like me. I buy my lubricant by the gallon. And we were like, what the fuck?
What's
But he's really cute, so it's okay.
this is the guy that helped like admin the site, right? This guy that helped admin the boo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the
Oh,
OG
God
guys.
bless.
There was-
He ran the contests, right?
Next on the list.
He
Next
ran the
on
very
the list.
OG contest. Yeah.
All right, Menthol, tell us about you.
I'm
God.
Menthol, the resident idea guy for weird shit. Attention whore. Just kind of get myself put into a lot of other people's artworks because I can't draw worth a damn myself. I wrote a couple of stories back on the day that branched off into different species that never really picked up too much beyond Sananon doing a couple of images for me. But BDB also did one, the fluff mold.
Oh, I miss BDB.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I did the fluff mold and fluffy programs on like Runtsoft technology, which Lemon, I believe you're working on a story on related to that.
Yes, actually, it's something I'm going to be incorporating into a series of stories that I'm putting together. They'll be published when I finish them all.
But yeah, if you hadn't heard of me outside of just popping up in weird cameo shit, that's kind of the point.
Menthol's
I
like your
thought-
best. He's your best buddy to ever pop up in a story where it's kind of like he's like the character actor that plays the best friend and everything. Like you won't see him as like the Brad Pitt, but he's the guy over here cracking jokes in the corner, and it works.
That's it. I'm the guy
fantastically.
that tells Brad Pitt, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Go over there and fight Bruce Lee, dude.
Yeah, he's not a
So-
maverick, he's a goose.
So Menthol has gotten like multiple Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actor.
Mhm.
Well, the actors he supports, no Academy Awards. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know,
Which
like I
actors
said,
do you support, Menthol?
I'm sorry.
Which actors do you support?
I'm not at
Brandon?
liberty to name those under contract except for Samuel L. Jackson.
No, you're allowed to do
That's
Marlon
okay.
Brando, whose estate signed off on it.
it's true.
You're allowed to say that you
Now, by the way, I
work for
cut you
Marlon
off by
Brando.
accident there, Funkshire. What were you going to say?
Oh no, I lost my train of thought there. I was going to say something about yeah. One of my favorite pieces of art I ever drew was me and Menthol doing an illegal waifu run through the streets of Chicago, and that one's up there.
Greatest
selling Dr.
goddamn
Mott
piece of
items.
art.
Right.
So
there.
now
Podcast.
we've okay, let's see here. Let's see this art. Oh my God, I gotta get this up. Give me a sec here. Wait,
Oh,
is
boy.
that a nipple?
It
If we're
is
talking
not.
about getting
Oh, I
things up,
can't. Yeah, it can't go
There's a
up.
nipple.
I would love to share it, but I
That,
can't
that
post
is
the nipple.
tasteful
Oh, yeah,
side
that's-
titty.
My bad.
Hey, that's a real spider tit down there. We can't
Hold
show
on,
them spider
wait.
titties.
Spider
I have
waifus.
I have something. Normally I charge for this shit, but you know what? I'm gonna let you guys have this one free of charge. Let me find it here. Where are you? There you are. This is Funk's patented cock blocker that I use whenever I stream and I'm drawing adult situations.
Oh, I need this. All right, thank God.
Yes, can't show that on the Christian screen. Praise Jesus.
This is actually perfect. You have no idea. Thank God.
I've got that, and I have another one. What did I do with it?
I was gonna say, you have one more.
I've got the other one. I can't remember what the fuck I named it. Did I just name it Horny Blocker?
I think you
Oh,
did.
there it is. Yeah,
Wait,
Horny
what?
Blocker. There we go.
Right there, horny scum.
You violated the law.
You violated my mother.
But,
Yeah, I've been using this just to cover up nipples or bush and about anything else, just to be like, hey, I'm not showing it. Fuck you guys. And then I just ride off listening to Fuck the Police.
Twitch can't get mad about it.
Twitch can eat my ass.
Should
Well,
just
shame on you.
Censor female nipples with male nipples.
Fool.
Like, come on.
Can't fool me again.
Here, wait a second here.
Next.
All right, next
What?
we've got Mutagen. I'm gonna give.
Mutagen is muted. Good. Mutagen's over the top.
Hello, I'm Mutagen. I'm a guy. I draw stuff.
You're the sexiest goddamn Canadian we have.
Oh, heck
Look
yeah.
at this over here.
Thank
Wait
you.
a
He's the
second.
reason we should open the goddamn borders.
You were
It's-
also once
it's-
asked if you wanted a or what is it, a quesadilla? Quesadilla? Is that how she said it?
I don't know. It's something that doesn't have cheese in it.
Yeah. Asked if
It's a
she
Quasi-dilla.
cheese on that. God bless her.
Sanctuary.
I get the tomato soup without tomatoes.
Now, Mutagen, you're a pretty big artist. Yeah, you do a lot of the whole drawn stuffs. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I draw. I draw stuff. It's fun. We have good times here.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Really love post fluff, by the way.
Oculus, tell us about you now.
Huh? Me? I was about to ask about post fluff.
Pardon me, bud.
Well, now's the time to be a narcissist. Talk about yourself.
Please.
Okay, so since since it's now currently down to me, let's see. I joined the Fluffy fandom around about February of last year, but I am familiar with the MLP fandom, and I was actually a bit surprised to hear this whole thing about Fluffy's being created to troll bronies. But it's like when I first found out about the Fluffy fandom, it was through this image by Quick Horn of a Fluffy that died of chocolate poisoning. So it's like this story just sort of activated my interest in the genres. I wanted to go and find out a bit more about it. So I did my research, and then I was surprised to find out that the Fluffy Brew and with it the Fluffy fandom had this amazing history from the beginning up to the current point. So I actually spent most of the previous year doing research into the history of the fandom, primarily in the Hubbox and the Neutral Box, because that's my main focus in what I was looking into. Because I actually find a lot of interesting things in Fluffies. Like, if anybody else asks me who is my favorite Fluffy in the fandom, it would be Avocado. It's in Carp Times Avocado.
Carp Time, what a name.
So I am not going to put down your interest here or anything like that. Don't take this the wrong way, but there are children dying of cancer.
Yeah.
And you spent how long researching the history of Fluffies?
God damn, dude!
Oh my god.
God.
That was a good one.
Motherfucker, Florida changed you, man.
I mean, it's true, but at the same time, it's not like as if I have medical knowledge anyway, so it's not like I can really help them. And there's a lot of content that I did like aside from Cup Time stuff, I also like Cold Heart stuff and Waggy Tail stuff.
These are some old fucking Waggy Trap.
Fucking Waggy Trap over here, making us all question our sexuality.
Right.
God, yes.
Because he was a hot boxer, and there was a lot of his content that was interesting. Carp's Avocado is a story that I liked a lot. Post Fluff is a pretty damn good weird box story. Cold Heart had that whole entire series of the Fluffy Shelter for the Abused, which, it's like he tried to look at the different Fluffies who could be abused and how their lives could be rehabilitated. I like concepts like these, basically.
I just want to say, weird box, best box.
Yeah,
It's true.
Hell yeah.
Over here.
If anyone here in our audience tonight or on the show is an abuser or a hug boxer, a hard stance on that shit, I'm sorry, you're fucking wrong. Weird box for life. Dab.
Weird box for
Weird
life.
Box Master
I mean,
Race.
I'm an
Weird Box is
abuser.
what started this
I
shit.
shall stand on this hot box hill until the end.
It is fine to be wrong,
Okay.
Oculus. But this
Speaking
is
is-
on the weird.
Hug box is like
But
being
I'm
a
an
fucking
abuser.
Yankees fan. Okay, it's no fun.
Wait, there's something
Somewhere
wrong
in
with
the
being a
deepest,
Yankees
darkest
fan.
parts
Yeah.
of Russia.
I'm sorry
someone
that
is
you
like,
can only
"What
get hug
the-"
box in certain parts of the country, like it's Yingling.
Let me, you know what, this, I probably still got some fucking, on
Look.
my hard drive, let me get out of my fucking weird porn folder.
I'm not going to say all hug boxers are kid diddlers, but all kid diddlers are hug boxers.
Jesus, dude.
Jeez, all right. Jesus.
It's Funkshire over here with the hottest of takes.
Oh my God.
Bring this shit on. Let's
Damn good box.
Pass
let's
around-
get this shit on the road. Come on.
Pass
Like, we're
around that
fighting-
potato, Jesus. All right, let's
We're
get
fighting
to
in the Captain D's parking lot, motherfucker.
All right, so here at the second from the last, we've got Santanon. Big name here, big name. Glad to have you, Santanon. Tell us about you.
I started off and back when I think it was either I don't know if it was 2012 or was it 2011. It was some.
2012, I think.
It was whenever the second season of MLP was about to start. They hadn't even run that yet.
11.
That's when I was around, and I somehow found Fluffies, and I ended up just being like a draw fag on 4chan. If you don't know what a draw fag is, it's someone who people will put art requests in a chat, and then someone just randomly posts it, and they don't give a fuck about getting credit for it.
So I wanted to ask. So all these years now, you're very well known for being pencil and paper. Is that just out of habit, choice? Why did you choose pencil and paper over digital for all of your artwork?
I don't have a good way of putting use to my skills digitally because I'm poor.
Okay.
I tried using a tablet. The only ones I could afford are the ones that basically make the pen essentially a mouse, which is useless. So I have to do like a weird have a mouse connected and then the tablet in the other hand to try to do that, and it was just cumbersome. And just using a mouse wasn't good. So I could pump out stuff a lot faster by hand, and that's what actually got me my nickname.
Hey, Santa. I'm sorry, real quick. Would you be interested in a tablet?
Fuck no, I don't draw shit anymore.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I got. Well, no, I've just got this little bus more. But Santa, don't forget to tell him you are the reason we had to have on the Buru the Santa Claus, where people didn't want to do the contest anymore, or Funk's contest, because you were just beating the shit out of everybody like an Ethiopian child over a
Every time we would have the contest, there would be like 2 entries, and then Santa would drop in his entry, and everyone in the comments was like, "Fuck it, I had an idea, but I ain't doing it now."
That was
this dude's on one. I'm out.
We actually had to do this. Like, let me put this into more perspective. Basically, they said I had to wait until like the last 3 days of a contest to post any content because people would see me making a comic, and then people were like, "Oh man, that was so good. I'm not even gonna try." So people were discouraged because they liked my comic so much. So I would not actually do stuff in any of the contests until like the last few days. That's why I would wait to post because it would just discourage people, and people wouldn't want to continue in the things. But the way that I got my nickname was in what's it called? In the Fluffy threads. People used to joke that Marcus Maximus, if you know who he is, he basically did like a little web little game where you basically make Fluffies like a pen.
Yeah,
and a few other things. And he would pump out art pretty quickly, and people would joke, "Oh, he's got Santa's elves working for him." But then I showed up on the scene, and I was actually like writing stuff that was happening in the thread within like 5 minutes of each other. And people were like, "God damn, this guy's so fucking fast. He must be Santa Claus himself." I never actually chose the nickname. It was thrust upon me because they're like, "Hey man, we don't. What the fuck's your name? We need a catalog." And I'm like, I don't give a shit what you catalog, because for the longest time I was not posting my stuff on the Brew at all. Someone else was. And I just eventually just embraced Santanon after some time.
Yeah, for record keeping's sake, the guy that was posting your stuff on there before you joined was Spud Fan.
Yeah, some guy named Spud Fan.
Right.
Yeah.
Good old Spud Fan.
And I would only just hang out in the generals on 4chan. I would never really go on the Buru because I really didn't think there was anything but images. I didn't know that there was so much drama in the fucking comment sections.
Oh my god, drama in the Buru comment sections.
But yeah, another thing to say how fast I used to draw is, Menthol, what was the Russian thing where when we got that influx of Russian users, they're basically trying to say what a lot of people were, and they just started calling me the walking content machine.
Yeah, the walking content production machine.
Because I used to be able to shit out fluffy pictures in like 5 minutes, like full on fucking
like, it was scary because you would just see Santa.
I hand drew it, I scanned it, and uploaded it within like 5 minutes. I was that fucking bad. I used to call them rapid fire requests. I'd say, "Hey guys, I'm taking rapid fire requests." And
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, you would see them pop up in the thread and be like, "Hey guys, taking requests."
So Santanon, just to be clear, you were a regular on the MLP board, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we got kicked off of that several times. Like
There's
Oh
the
yeah.
final
There's-
Scruffitgeddon was the one Marcus Maximus did, where we all went to. I don't know if it's MLP Chan or Pony Chan. It was some other Chan.
8chan.
One of my
No, it
favorite
was
things
before
was
8
always
Chan. It was before 8 Chan Lemon. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
some other Chan, and then we started. And then people said, "No, you can't go to MLP anymore. You have to go into B." And then B is like, "No, you're not allowed on B. You have to go to MLP." We just got banned from MLP, so we had like no home for the longest time.
I want to say it was
Whatever
Pony
website
Chan.
is on that Marcus Maximus thing is where we actually stayed for a while, and then later on, someone opened an 8chan thing for Fluffies. But yeah, I would also on December. I used to do the Christmas request. I basically I don't know who started it, but I used to have a Tumblr like a lot of people, and people started like around December writing as if they're writing to Santa Claus for like art requests, and then
oh my
I would
god.
just
Oh my goodness.
Those
shit out a bunch of fucking requests. And
Oh my
for
god.
as quickly as people sent them, I would put them right out there.
Yeah, Andy, if you give me
That's
just a minute, I'll
awesome.
pull it up.
Jesus Christ.
The one thing I also wanted.
And this is the
Yeah,
last
go ahead.
time I'm gonna kind of like jerk myself off because I don't like being too ego driven. Because I honestly hate the way my art looks. I used to draw better when I was in high school. But I'm just a lazy fuck. I haven't been practicing, so that's why I hate the way my fluffies turn out. Because I know I could do better, but I just didn't give enough of shit. So I just did a little cartoony shit.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'll be straight with you. On first viewing, you know, I was like, I'm not too hot to trot on this Santanon's art style. But then, like, you know, you're looking through the Mega Archive now of what they've got from the Buru, and I'm just stuck reading everything. I'm so enraptured. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you've got a great style. I think you draw Fluffy's fantastic.
Yeah.
Drew Fluffy's fantastically.
Well,
Oh yeah.
not
Then
to-
I ended up stopping making art once we started recruiting from B, because then it started getting a really toxic crowd.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
they
that's
started
true,
getting
that's
more
true.
and more fetishists, and eventually just turned into Enfy babies everywhere. And I did not want to be associated with that, so I just
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah.
But this is the
I
thing that I was
just
gonna
wanna
say-
like. Let me
Sam-
finish. This is the last time. This is the thing I'm trying to build on. This is the last time I'm gonna jerk myself off on how much shit that I made, is because I stopped in 2014. It wasn't until when was it, Menthol? In 2019 that someone
no,
actually made more content than me.
No, it was 2018. Wasn't it?
Okay.
Sebastian, I think Artist Kun also did a bit more than you, but yeah.
Yeah,
And the only other person
it took
who
a
I
while,
think,
but
yeah.
for like years, I was like the #1 like content maker, just because I kept giving people art requests for free.
Well, I just personally, I loved Simmer. I think the Simmer comics were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
This
That's
might be
good.
a little I guess like a little honk my own horn, but my favorites were always like how Santa would draw my house, because the running
Yeah.
joke for a long time was like Santa was living in my crawl space, so he would just draw shit from the Funkshire house.
All right, there's art of that.
And he would
Uh-huh.
draw those all the time. And so, like, we would be doing the cast, and I would say something ridiculous like, well, I had to fight the goddamn possums in the dishwasher again. They come back, I don't know where the hell they got the Glock from, but they got it. And then you would just hear,
One
and
thing
it
I
was
wanted
Santa drawing and then scanning in a picture. So you would hear this about 10 times a FluffCast from Santa just going, fuck, drawing something, then scanning it in.
Oh, piss.
Yeah, because I not
Real
only
quick,
drew it
guys.
drew it by hand, I scanned it, cleaned up the like eraser marks in Photoshop, and posted in within that fucking quick. I used to be really fast.
Yeah, real quick, guys. There is someone in chat, Mr.
Alright.
This is bad luck,
Virgil.
who does not want us to mention Enfy babies.
Oh my god, Kibbles,
Mhm.
don't.
Does this person not want us to talk about the Enfy babies?
They
Like, I
want
mean,
to
we don't
talk
need to
about
talk
the
about
Enfy
this
babies.
today. Fuck, I mean,
Like,
oh
come
my
on.
god.
Unfortunately,
I got
unfortunately, horrifying
Oh.
it is a thing that had to come up at some point.
we're gonna tell you like one of the greatest Enfy baby stories of all time. So just go ahead, get your Sunday britches on, and have a good time with us.
Yeah, just sit back, relax.
We do have one last person to introduce.
Yes, we
Let's
do.
introduce that person.
Oh, I'm
Virgil.
sorry. I went on too long. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
No,
Santa,
it's
not
okay,
trust me, it's fine.
And there was one, and if I may interject just one thing, I wanted to mention that currently Fluffy Pony content is banned from all boards and 4chan except Trash.
Woof.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, at
That's
least
where the
we
lands belong. God
so we could
bless.
always go to the cooking board.
All right, so let's get our last guy in here. Please, Virgil, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, sorry I was late. I was getting all the infy babies for you, but
Thank you, Daddy Virgil.
so I'm one of the newest.
Bitch.
I'm actually newer than Oculus is. He's been here longer than I have. I came along right about the beginning of the pandemic. I'd never even heard of fluffies. Well, I'd heard of them, but I thought they were just some perverse thing that nobody was going to be into, and just idiots and perverts were doing that thing. However, this time I found it, and I took an interest in it, and I started writing stories about it because, what else did I have better to do? I hadn't written stories in like 20 years. It gave me something to do, made me happy. And somehow it blended into a much bigger job than I ever expected it to be.
So, Virgil, what do you do right now for the...
writing stories?
So, Virgil, what do you do right now?
I work in a little vape shop. I'm the...
No, okay, asshole. What do you do for the fluffy community?
What do I do now? I run the Fluffy community website. I run the Fluffy community subreddit. Working on a couple of other little projects in the background that I can't really talk about yet. I write stories.
Is it a Fluffy game?
There is the Fluffy game. I worked on a Fluffy game that got canceled. Basically, I
At
just
least it didn't disappear, because that used to be a curse.
That
And
what
anybody
was it?
say,
Like,
"Oh, I'm working on a Fluffy game," and then they disappear, and you never hear from them. Like
you
as
wake
if
up in a fucking
beast-
Siberian chain gang.
Like as
That
if
still
some
happens.
mystical beast just came in and just hunted you down, and you went black on the internet. We're like, where is this guy?
There's goddamn Krampus.
Fucking Krampus!
The thing is, there is 2 finished Fluffy games, though. There are 2 finished Fluffy games.
Yeah,
Technically
the
three
game's
if you
been
count Marcus
broken.
Maximus.
It took a while, but it's finally been broken. Because for the longest time, Marcus Maximus was the only one that got a semi-complete one out. And even then, he had features that he wanted to put in that he never did.
Yeah,
I remember
but
taking
Fox
around with
Order
that thing.
Finished 2 games. Fox Order finished 2 games. I'll point that out.
Yeah,
And he
later
did
on.
that last year. Anyway, we cut you in the middle, Virgil. You were you were talking about what you were working on.
Right now, I can't really talk about the things I'm working on. I'd like to keep for them as surprises, but there are 3 major projects that I've got in the pipeline at the moment. So just stay tuned for the next month or so, and we'll see what happens then.
A feature-length Fluffy animation.
No, that got canceled actually, but we will.
This summer, the fluff is gonna hit the fan.
We did have Peter Jackson on board to direct. It was going to be like 6.5 hours long, but
Yes.
2 fluffies.
In a van.
2 fluffies
See,
in a
we didn't have enough
van.
people sign up for Double Diamond Platinum. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Starring Dwayne the Rock. I'm not the Rock, okay? You can call me the Rock again, Johnson.
I'm so
summer,
glad you have
yes.
started using that too, Funk.
I could not use it. When you told me that, I was like, that's the best shit ever. I need that. Like, I'm gonna get that tattooed on my forehead if I ever go to prison. Like, at the rate I'm going, yeah, I'll probably be in there at some point.
Peter Jackson bailed, but then we got Zack Snyder, so we're still waiting for the Snyder cut. The
Snyder
Snyder
cut.
cut.
I'm getting
We're
drunk.
waiting-
The Snyder cut.
We're waiting for the Snyder cut of Fall of Cleveland. That's what it is.
Oh my god.
Mm.
So I was a little bit too late for Cleveland. Explain Cleveland to me, boys.
Oh,
Long
God.
story short, Cleveland was a multi-artist and author attempt to make a bunch of individual plot threads coalesce into a big grand finale. And it kind of worked out. There was enough planning and Skype calls and shit back in the day to kind of pull it all together for everybody that did it. And yeah, it just turned into a big clusterfuck of basically Fluffy's seeing a bunch of advertisements for Spaghettiland, the theme park, out in Cleveland, Ohio. And they
I have
go
one
all the way
question.
across the nation, wreaking havoc getting there.
I think you said that it was supposed to be a finale.
It coalesces into a big finale. It was a bunch of individual artists, and authors doing their own stories that all had to do with they get to Skettyland and then this happens.
Yeah,
And
it wasn't an end of
was pretty much it.
fandom. It was an end of a giant story, a foundation that people put together.
I think
Think of it as
almost,
Think
Go
of it
ahead,
like
I'm
it's
sorry.
Marvel Civil. No, I'm sorry. Think of it more like Marvel Civil War, but just more weaponized autism.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much. We're talking Indonesian martial arts levels of autism.
Man, that's such an
Yeah.
old joke.
I mean,
It's like
yeah.
2014, man.
We're talking Minecraft streamer level of shit right
We
here. That's
made
what's
the
going on.
joke.
Do you know how long Fluffies have been made? Fucking in one of Santanon's comics, there is an extended reference to "Call Me Maybe" by Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh my god.
It was a beautiful thing.
Oh my god, that fucking song, Jesus.
Dude, that
Yeah,
shit
that was
everywhere.
when one of my characters, Ralphie,
I
was trying to get
hated
adopted.
it.
Like, Fall of Cleveland ended up being my favorite thing about it was a lot of stories didn't have it featured kind of as the main thing going on. It was kind of just a background thing in some.
So
So
many
the thing
stories, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was My Giant and Me, which was kind of like the first story I ever really fucked with. It was just kind of going on in the background. So
Jesus.
A lot of stories at the time were just referencing Cleveland. They were like, after Cleveland, like, it was so...
Yeah.
It sort of, like, provided a bedrock, one could say, to, like, Fluffy lore.
Because
It ended up building. Yeah, it ended up building a lot of.
There's two things I point out. I feel that some people are trying too hard to continue Cleveland, and at the same time, there are some people who don't really work with Cleveland in mind. Like there's some people who, when they like join Fluffies, they may not be familiar with the fall of Cleveland. So when they tell the Fluffy stories, they just continue from what seems to be the general idea around, but are not familiar with the this bigger story that was existing in the background.
Yeah,
I think what they
what
should
it ended
do
up doing is giving us like a reason for why Fluffies are hunted is because it's supposed to be America lost a city against pests, and that's an international embarrassment. So now that's why they made it to where it's a-okay to kill Fluffies. They're an invasive species. You need to call their number.
Like
It's why farmers don't like them because they literally were stripping fields bare of crops.
They're like locusts,
Stuff like
but
that.
worse.
Yeah.
it's kind of like this. It's like the South of hogs.
Speaks, baby speak, Jesus.
I could walk out on my back porch and kill 6 hogs, and everybody would call me a goddamn hero right now. It's kind of like that.
Well,
I'm sorry,
allowed to
Bob.
compare Fluffies to a green plague. They're
even
too
weirder,
weak.
With a lot of people's headcanon being that biotoys not animals. With that whole thing in place.
Some sketches for that, Fluffy.
It was like if small soldiers got out of control. If small soldiers could replicate, and they just made an infinite fucking army of themselves, and just kept causing a problem, all the way to the point that we had to nuke a goddamn city off the face of the earth.
Here's the big question: Do
Yeah,
small
we'd be a
soldiers
little shook.
replicate by building each other, or do they fuck?
They building
I
each
was
other.
gonna say,
It would be a huge embarrassment.
My headcanon, small soldiers fuck. So just put that down.
No,
absolutely.
that's untrue. In the movie, they put like copies of the chip of their one friend in the in the not Barbie dolls.
That's
That
what we're saying,
movie
though.
was
It
like-
was like if they could, just breed. That's
fuck
exactly
yeah.
what you're looking at for the fall.
I have seen way too much porn of this. I just want to say to the chat, I could kill 30 to 50 feral fluffies in 3 to 5 minutes.
That's not a flex. That's just truth.
Yeah, that's just a
yeah,
fact. That's like standard speed.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Is it to defend your wife and your son?
Yeah, I've got to ensure a future for my family.
What?
Dude,
Oh,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure
Careful
you
there.
can
Whoa, relax.
Kibbles, I'm pretty sure you can kill 30 to 50 feral fluffies if you just put on some ice skates and started fucking breakdancing, dude.
Tap dancing, I like.
I could kill about 14 of if I just go in there and fry some chicken right now and be like, God damn it! I guess I'm going to order
All
takeout.
it takes is just
They
for
keep
someone to
crawling
go
in the
and walk.
pot.
I once went out back because it was hot in the house. And I had guests over and I had to go piss out back. Turned out I drowned 15 of them. Fucking Herschel, look. Herschel is a saint, and I love that fucker. So
I have a question. With this new breed of autists,
What, the new guys, you mean?
Yeah. Is Fluffy Pony Drown still a thing?
No, like barely. I was cracking
is
Fluffy.
that?
I was cracking Fluffy Pony drowned jokes in the
Are you
new Fluffy
fucking
community.
serious?
Yeah, okay. So like,
Oh my god.
They what's it called? Like like guys will make jokes like like a Fluffy looks at a high resolution picture of a glass of water, Fluffy Pony drowns. It's like that's classic. Yeah, it's like that's comedy gold.
That's fucking that's brilliant. It really is.
That's how you get great shit like Robert
It works
Downey
as a
Jr.
simple joke, I should say. It works as a simple joke, but any more than that, and if you're trying to tell a serious story, it's kind of hard to tell a serious story if you just like assume that. Yeah.
That's the greatest part is you start with a serious story. You write 95% of a serious story with great fucking fight scenes and a great arc, and then at the very end they almost get to the promised land, and then there's a rainstorm and they all fucking drown.
And then everybody has a good laugh and goes
water, and they drown.
That's what happened to Patrick Barbarossa, by the way.
It was at that moment that Sparkles knew that he had won. He had perspired heavily during the combat. He had slain his enemies, and that's when he realized there was water coming from his forehead as he perspired in the hot summer heat. Sparkles drowned.
Yeah, it's fucking perfect.
One of our favorite comics to still call back to nowadays for me and Lemon is there was once a fucking Fluffy that's just sitting there telling his baby a story, like his grandkid or whatever.
Yes.
And the panel is just, there was a Fluffy that got near the Wawas, and then he drowned. And then it cuts to the child Fluffy looking up, eyes just bug out, derped out in opposite directions, mouth full of water with a fucking fish swimming around in there like a little goldfish in its mouth.
It was beautiful. Look, Jim Prophet in the chat's got the right idea. Fluffy Pony hears TLC's waterfalls. Fluffy Pony drowns.
Like any mention of water, and they just magically spawn the shit in their lungs and die.
Hard smash cut from the baby back to the father, and the father is also drowning.
Yeah.
Same situation.
Yeah.
It's so adorable. This is the
God.
best version of that Looney Tunes logic applied to like just it's not people abusing it. It's just life is fucking cruel. And these things are not built to survive life.
No,
they're not.
Then
They're
two
fucking
small fires and a shark.
Yes.
That's
Two
another
small fires and a shark was the shit.
You know what this joke of the Fluffy drowns reminds me of? Like, it's a Polish thing, but we have this joke that a woman comes into the doctor and doctor is also a woman. It's like, why did the chicken cross the road type of joke, so it's just bad. It kind of reminds me of that.
I am already invested. You have to tell the joke.
I have a serious question real quick. So we all know we make Polish jokes around here about like how many Polacks does it take to screw in a light bulb? 3 to spin a ladder and 1 to hold a light bulb. So like what kind of jokes like that do the Polish have? Do they all make fun of like the Finns or the Danes or what?
I'm seriously I am curious.
It really depends.
I'm curious.
It really depends.
You
there are jokes about the Russian, the Polish, and the German. So
it's great stuff like that.
Those shenanigans.
I'm here for it. Like we're learning about cultures, guys. I want you all to know I'm an educator. I'm here to help you.
Yeah. So what do the Polish think about the French?
We often joke that they just give up. You know,
Okay,
the
so-
white flag jokes.
Who's out here trying to instigate?
Beautiful.
I would debate you, but that sounds like too much work.
Let me make a bigger communication here real quick.
You can just give up. You know.
Jingles, I know you're listening to this somewhere out there in the far off land of Ireland. What do the Irish think of the Polish?
Oh my God, I'm scared.
I can fucking tell you what the Irish think of the Polish from conversations with my uncles.
I would say I just hear somewhere on the breeze. I just hear like fuckers as loud as you can.
Basically, these fucking Polish, these fucking immigrants come to our country and they
all right,
fucking take
all right, whoa.
All I can say to this is, kurwa, twój problem. It's your problem.
While my uncle is just fucking completely shit ass wasted. He just can't hold a job. I don't. Uncle Robert is not like this, but he is Irish, so he's like this.
Is it true if I come to Poland, they give me like a sausage and a copy of The Witcher?
Not really. They'll
God damn
probably
it.
take you out on the beer, but
I'm canceling tickets.
So I hear that you can get a fucking beer in Poland for like €1. Is that true?
Oh yeah, beer is pretty cheap here.
Okay,
Not even €1, depends on the beer.
I'm moving to Poland. I don't care what kind of beer it is. If it's €1, I'm fucking moving there.
It's
I mean,
just
our beer is
melted
pretty
moose.
good, even the cheap one. That we
So-
like to call hobo beer. Like.
Okay, let me put it this way. We have a beer in America called Natural Light.
Natty Light.
Natural Light is a lot like making love in a canoe.
It's fucking close to water.
It's fucking close to water.
It's basically it's what you give like the high schoolers when high schoolers are like, hey, I'll give you $20 if you buy us some beer, and you're like, okay,
Yeah,
you buy them the beer and you give them that, and it's like you won't get in trouble because they'll be like, oh, did you just buy those high schoolers beer? You're like, no, I bought them Natty Light, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, about your business.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It's fine. We would have arrested you if you'd bought them a Diet Coke, but you bought them Natty Light. You actually did them a favor. Thank you.
Okay, I will say, in Natural Light's defense, fucking Natter Days, pretty goddamn good.
Okay, I've got a short story about Natty Light that just kind of proves that this man hated his mama. My favorite pizza place back home is next to a tobacco store and a liquor store, and
Sounds
it's
about
kind of it's that's how you know it's the good shit, because you know the drunks are coming in there getting the pizza, so they're like, fuck yeah, we can do what we want. I went in there to get pizza. It was Mother's Day, and my mom was like, I'd like pizza from this place for Mother's Day, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go do it. Drove to the pizza place. And I'm watching dudes come. My brother goes inside to get the pizza, and I'm watching like dudes come out of the liquor store, and they have like cases of beer with balloons tied to them. And like I watch a guy come out with Budweiser, and he's got like "I love you, mom" on a balloon. And I was like, oh, that's kind of sweet. A guy comes out and he's got like Yinglings, and I'm like, oh, look at that man. He's caring about his mama. And then at the end, I see a motherfucker come out with a case of Natty Light and one balloon, and I'm like, how do you hate your mother that fucking much?
I thought you was gonna say it wasn't even a balloon; it was just like a condom full of helium or some shit.
It was like it wasn't even like, you know, the fancy like Dollar Tree like it's a boy or Happy Mother's Day balloon. It was just like a rubber balloon up there, and I was like, you motherfucker.
Filled,
balloon or some shit.
filled with sprinkles because they ran out of confetti.
Pretty much, they just pop it open. It's like, congratulations, mom, it's ants.
Jesus Christ.
Also, if you listen in the chat, my voice kind of fluctuates between Hank Hill and Elvis. Though I do prefer Johnny Bravo because I ain't never diddled no kids. So
Yeah, Elvis had a thing for like 13-year-olds.
yeah, I'm not out here grooming 13-year-olds, and everybody's like, oh, he's just a good Christian boy.
Be careful here. We're not Scoon, okay?
I'm not.
Yeah, we're not screwing.
Yeah, we'll leave that one buried for now, though. We can't talk about Scoon on here.
We got like a non-disclosure about that. The closest we'll talk about is my penchant for having to run away from underage cosplayers at cons because, you know, I got that ghost energy going on.
Okay, you know what? You know what time I think it is? I think it's time for funk story time.
Oh Jesus!
What story would you guys like to hear?
Oh, I think we know the one, sir.
I personally think we want to hear about the fucking the Brony Church.
Yeah.
Let's start off easy because that is a shorter one. I feel like everybody's gonna like this one.
Funkshire, would you allow me to hype man you up real quick? Just
please
before
do
you start
so.
this off? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, are you ready to go to Brony Church? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
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 So,
Amen.
everybody comments a lot of times about they wouldn't survive a day in my life, and I'm honestly confused sometimes when I survive a day in my life.
I am too, honestly. Like,
I worry about myself. Like, I know one day I'm gonna die in like the weirdest way possible. They're gonna be like, "What happened?" It's like, well, these people were flying by in a helicopter, and they were voyeurs, and they were up there, and they were fucking going at it. And at the last minute, fucking dildo shot out of the girl, fell to the ground, froze on the way down, and stabbed him in the forehead. And now he is the goddamn dickacorn. Like, well, I don't even want to be buried. I just want to be left out to rot so everybody can see that shit. But when I was still living at home, and this is going on, 6, 7 years ago, this is a while, I went to I was on my way home from work, and since I live out in the sticks, because you can hear from my voice, I'm not from New York City. I'm from the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Hey, and, you're from New York City.
New York City! But on my way home, I stopped at the Dollar General. And, you know, if you're American, you know what the Dollar General is. Should I call you Dragon or can I call you Nick? I'm sorry. I want to make sure when I'm calling you correctly. Anybody who's not from America. A Dollar General is basically like the fact that there is a God and he loves us, because there's this little store in the middle of nowhere where you can get cheap ass candy. They sell beer, they sell sodas, and they sell chips. And you're just like, God bless you. Oh, and you can also go in and buy like medicine, or you can risk it with the dollar store condoms. I would not advise that.
Real shit. You can go into Dollar General with $10, and I shit you not, you can come out with enough food for 3 people and still have change.
Exactly. You can go in there and like they sell meat now, and you can take it home and grill it, and it will almost not taste like people.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I stopped because I was like, man, I want some snacks. So I go in there and I get me some snacks. I get me some sodas on my way up, get to the front. And this guy in front of me, now, if I describe this man to you, I will tell you that just imagine in your mind, imagine what the where's my hug dude at the con, what he looks like.
Oh my god.
Just think about that for a minute. Let it marinate. Okay, you got it? Okay. This guy's ahead of me in line. And I'm 6'5". At the time I was about 370. Now I'm like 320. But anyway, I am not a small dude. I'm a power lifter, all this shit. I was scared to death of this man. I could feel the energy coming off of him, and I was just like, dear God in heaven, the devil is alive. And he turns to me and he smiles, and I was like, hey man, because I'm Southern and I can't be rude to people. So I was like, hey, how are you today? And he just kind of looks at me. He goes, hey brother, are you looking for a stable place to roost? And I just kind of sat there for a minute, and I was like, I could feel my butthole pucker because I knew something was fixing to try and enter there that I did not want. And I was like, oh no. And I said, I got a home. I'm just buying pork skins and Mountain Dew. I just want to go fuck home. Please don't do this to me today. He said, here, brother, I got you a little bit of literature. And he literally said literature. And I was like, oh, goddamn. Okay. Roll Tide, buddy. And he hands me the literature. The literature is made of construction paper and copy paper. And on the front, it says the Brony Church.
Oh my god.
And I said, what the fuck is this? And like, I'm trying just like not make eye contact. Well, I'm making eye contact, but I'm making that eye contact where you're just like, don't stab me right now. My knife's in the car. Please don't stab me. I don't want to have to fight my way out of the goddamn Dollar General. I like this Dollar General. And he gets his stuff and he looks back at me. He's like, you have a blessed day. And I was scared to fucking death. He finally left. I watched him leave the parking lot because I was not going outside until like he was gone, because I want to make sure the cameras saw me so I could claim self-defense when I had to blow this son of a bitch away, or I had to beat his ass, one of the two. And as he leaves, I finally, really think about the literature in my hand, and I look at it, and I was like, okay, Brony Church. This is on some cheap ass construction paper. There's copy paper on the insides, like, Jesus died for your sins. Okay, that's pretty basic. Did you know that Fluttershy can teach you all about maternal love? And I was like, well, that's fucked up.
Hold on, I think I missed that part of the promo.
Dude, I had to go look this shit up because it's kind of like PTSD. It's like it just comes back to you. And I remember that now because it had a really bad drawing of her that was like face on. And if you've ever seen somebody draw like the My Little Pony ponies from face on, it's fucking horrifying.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's like if somebody drew the Powerpuff Girls from the side and you're just like, what the fuck is that? But I remember that because she was there and like she had a rabbit in her arm. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And I flipped on and I got to the back cover and I've had my hand on this the whole time. And like after that, I was looking for stigmata after this shit. On the back of the cover was a pony. I think it was Rainbow Dash. I can't remember. On a crucifix. Full Catholic style. Fuck you, Jesus is crying as you touched your dick at night. Crucifix.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rainbow Dash died for your sins.
Rainbow Dash died for your sins, so therefore give yourself to the eternity, so you won't burn in the hellfire. And I was just like, God. What the fuck have I found? And I immediately threw the thing away because I was like, I feel like somebody beat their dick with that, and now I just touched it. What the fuck? And I went home and like took a hot shower and I cried in the corner and I was like had sad music playing and shit. And like that should have been the end of it until like about 3 days later. I went to the comic store I like. It used to be open, and I get in there and I'm buying comics because I'm a hipster like that. I'm buying all the cool shit. getting my Hellboys, getting my the Goon, all that good shit. And I walk into the counter, and I'm right there in front of me. I could just see it. This must be what it felt like if you like if your grandparents saw like a German kid in your class or some shit. Like I was just scared to death. I was like, what the fuck is that? Because right there on the counter were 3 pamphlets just like the one I threw away. And I looked at the guy behind the counter. And his name was, I think, Adam. I can't remember his name. It's been a while since I've been there. And Adam said, he's like, what's, hey, something got you startled? Like, the prices aren't that bad. And I was like, no. I said, where did you get that shit? And I pointed at it. He looked, he said, God damn it, that some bitch left them in here. He immediately takes them and throws them away. I said, please don't let anybody have those. They don't need to know what kind of horrible shit's in those. And I could see him like staring at the garbage can, kind of like, well, shit, I want to know now. And I'm like, don't do it. Trust me. You will go to your grave a much nicer person than if you look into that thing.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god.
yeah, that's the Brony Church. That's 2 days in the life of Funkshire.
Dude, I still can't get over the stable place to roost line.
That is what always
Bro,
killed
you're
me.
looking for a stable place to roost.
Dude, really,
Hey,
you
brother.
had to go with the stable one? Like, holy shit, man.
This guy, the thing was, like, he
Why,
practiced
though?
his shit. He came up to me with the smooth practice of like a Jehovah's Witness. He was ready for this shit when he got there.
Yeah.
What
And
the
he
hell?
walked in and
Try
he-
to accept our Lord into your heart.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
never
brother.
underestimate confidence in somebody that's proselytizing. Those motherfuckers are powerful.
It's
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I looked outside thinking like he was going to be on a bicycle like a Mormon or ride off on a horse or some shit. And I didn't know what to do.
I personally, I am waiting for the opportunity for a fucking Jehovah's Witness or a Mormon to knock on my door, because guess who's getting invited inside?
Uh-oh.
I hope it's me.
Well, besides you.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait, do you have a pit in the basement?
No, but within eyeshot, I've got 4 liters of alcohol, a handgun, and a big fucking dragon dick.
He's ready.
Oh, not to
Yeah.
mention, not to mention your American figure, the fucking eagle figure that you ordered.
Oh yeah, no, oh okay, so that is back in Missouri.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate, but
Yeah.
Which
you
is
gotta-
worse, that or Scientology? I don't think the Brony Church has ever killed anybody.
Scientology's killed a lot of people, so
Not yet.
they got that going for them.
Now this was depressed
Let's not forget
Funkshire,
that,
so I might have
Chef
I might have
died
thought
because
about
of
hanging myself.
Scientology.
It was a very hard battle not to be like, man, I wish I wasn't 6'5". I could hang myself in the closet right now. I wouldn't have to worry about this shit.
Now that's David Carradine in your ass, you know it.
Yeah, I was like, are you trying to kill yourself or thrill yourself, Funk? He's not saying anything. I'm going to say kill yourself.
Listens to Thrill.
So
I got.
I think we need to clarify something.
Let's
Because
do
the
it.
stream says FluffCast episode 1. It's
Oh,
clearly
what
not
actual
episode
episode?
1.
Oh yeah.
Is this season 2?
God.
Or
This is
are
a
there-
reboot.
Must be.
It's a
is this-
reboot.
is this reboot?
Remastered.
This is FluffCast 2021.
Yeah,
If
this
we're
Oh my
rebooting it,
God.
should we just call it like FluffCast or something? Just strip
Yeah.
out the show that we're different by not having the. That's
No.
how it works, right?
It's
Yeah.
really fucking pretentious. And
Call it
you're-
like FluffCast 2, the prequel.
I'd make
Look,
the
man,
logo. I'd make the logo
I'm
simpler, but it's
consumer.
just words at this point.
no.
It's just
Have it as 2 letters, FC.
Oh, that's the one. That's how we do it.
I'm
we
consumer, I'm easily
we
confused.
could follow the Fast and the Furious naming protocol.
FC2.
So, I mean, does anyone have cocaine?
Furious.
Fluff.
No, but
Fluff
we got
one,
Vin
Fluff two.
Diesel. Apparently, you can just hire Vin Diesel for like $60 a day. So I mean, like we got
Wait,
that going.
what? Are you
Yeah, he's
serious?
over in the corner. Like to get him to speak is about another $30. So y'all gonna have to pony up.
Okay, so real shit for any of our
Yeah.
viewers at home and for Andy, because you sounded surprised about the Vin Diesel thing. Did y'all know Vin Diesel actually used to advertise for fucking Street Sharks figures of all things?
Was
Fuck
the
yeah.
best thing.
I remember
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't
Oh,
know that,
God.
but I
Oh my
believe it.
God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
There is
that-
numerous videos of him online just being like, "Yeah, this is so and so. He's got a killer bite. No, 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 no," with like a fucking
Oh my
half-gone piece of
God.
plastic in his
over
hand.
here.
It was pretty fucking jawsome. I just want to say.
It was awesome.
You can
President
get
talking
one. You
points.
can get one of these for $40 fucking. Jesus, and this is cool.
Oh damn.
Here,
I
wait.
used to actually have one of those. I had the killer whale with the orange britches, and I was always like, "Why they got orange britches?" But whatever. Also, mental when you mentioned that, you know what violently came like smashing into the front of my mind?
What's that?
The time we watched the Beyblade Championships.
Oh,
God.
oh God! The Beyblade Championships, for
They have
those who don't know,
Beyblade
is
championships.
the
It was
most
legit.
depressing thing ever.
They had a dude who was like the referee, and he was the one we felt the worst for because it was like two Chinese kids going at it. So you're like, it's going to be the two Chinese kids that are invested in this shit. And then there's like this white dude who looks he looks like fucking he looks kind of like Kevin Smith, and Kevin Smith like stopped in the middle between losing 300 pounds and being a skeleton. So he's there with his hat turned backwards and shit, and he's wearing a striped shirt
Like
because
real
you got to
shit,
know he's a ref.
He looks like a fucking Beyblade protagonist.
He
'Cause
does
he's got
like
the vest, the camo pants, the red shirt, the fingerless gloves, the bandana, the whole 9 yards. Like, boy is kitted out.
I honestly expected, like, at the end of the fight, they were going to be like, he's going to be like, and now you must defeat me, and throw off, like, his shirt, and it was like he had a cloak underneath. He's like, I'm sending you fuckers to the Shadow Realm. And the kids are over there, they're like, we're 12. I can't say fuck yet. And he got in there, and the problem was he looked just the saddest man in the world. Like, he was trying his best. And he's like, okay, Beyblades.
3, 2,
let it
1,
rip.
Let it rip. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it finished, and like he's sitting in the corner just looking like, these people don't know that I've got a indie band at home, and we're playing the bar tonight. Get free cheese sticks for that shit. Yeah. And I just remember Benthal said it best. Like Benthal had this amazing shit post.
Yeah, he looks like at the end of the day, whenever the Beyblade tournament is over, he's gonna wait for the second to last vehicle to roll out of the parking lot, walk out there with a fucking rope around his neck, and just throw that shit over the ball hitch over the truck that's going out, and just go 3, 2, 1. Let it rip. Like, man just looks so depressed sitting there whenever the fucking tops are spinning. It is
Speaking of old fucking streams that we watched, whatever happened to DJ fucking Headsmack?
I don't know. I was actually just about to bring that up.
Yeah.
Who is
that,
DJ
That was
Headsmack?
also like
DJ iPad is a DJ that happened during the Capcom Cup a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We were watching it
like
on
fucking
stream.
5.
Yeah, we were watching it on stream, and they just got some dude that I swear to God, they probably paid him like $20 on an Applebee's gift card in the parking lot to go do the shit. Because he just rolls up in there with an iPad and starts playing like basic bitch Capcom remix music. There you go. Thank you, General. You found it.
Which was a lot better than right following after him. Okay, there are two bands in the world that make Mega Man music, and one is amazing, one is terrible. If you want the good one, go look up the Proto Men. They took Mega Man 2 and made it a fucking rock opera, and it's amazing. But then there's also the Megas. The Megas just play Mega Man music and throw lyrics over it, and it's fucking terrible. So when they played after DJ iPad, everybody was like, "Bring back DJ iPad, please."
But yeah, DJ iPad just gets up there, and if you pull up the video on the stream, like, it shouldn't be a problem. But
oh shit, I'm not good at that. No.
For lack of showing the video, what happens is this dude ends up headbanging right in the middle of his song, and he's just getting hyped. Yeah, we're about to drop the fucking beat on this goddamn Mega Man 2 remix. Start your Wally's Fortress show. You're getting hype, and just headbutts the shit out of his iPad. And damn near breaks the screen. Like, I'm talking about, he rocked that motherfucker off the stand almost.
That sumbitch shook on him. Like, you're watching it, like it hit it, and the little stand it's on is like.
Yeah, and you see the chat just explode, and we're all sitting there just dying with laughter because this idiot just fucking got too hyped and headbutted his own shit.
Oh, that's beautiful.
What an absolute
It was
legend.
great. No, I was going to say earlier that like the only thing I could think of we watched that was sadder than the Beyblade Championships was when the Megas came on, and it was just like everybody was like, "Bring back DJ iPad, please."
That was rough because that was after the headbutt, and everybody was like, "Bring him back,
bring him back, please, free him, free DJ iPad."
I remember when I introduced you to the Proto Men, you're like, "These aren't those people from the Capcom Cup, are they?" Oh, they're better. Much.
They're way better.
What about Jam Project? Just did covers or their own like
Love Jam Project.
Jam Project, they did their own, what is it called? Compositions of Mega Man songs, right? Or they just have the one? Yeah. I like Dream
That's
Project.
like what Proto Men did. Like they did their first album, which was oh shit. The first album was just like basically they took Mega Man 2, made it into like an album, like a rock opera. Then they did the Act 2, which was basically like a prequel about Dr. Light and Wily as younger men. And Act 3 is coming out sooner or later, but they have done the Night of Queen album, which is fucking amazing. And yeah, I can't recommend them enough. Like I actually, my cousin knows them pretty well. And so like I've seen them a couple shows and they'll recognize us because I go to every show I can with them around here. And
the other, the cover up.
The cover up is so fucking good. Their version of In the Air Tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, better than the Phil Collins version.
Okay, that's a fucking weighty. That is a weighty claim right there.
Yeah, do you know what? Catch me outside. How about that? Somebody
reset the clock on that
hard.
All right.
Here you go, Kibbles.
Should
Look
I?
at hard.
No, should I tell my Mixer Mike story, or I don't know if I can beat your story?
Yes, please. We want to hear the story about Mixer Mike at BronyCon.
Andy, I want you to know something.
Yeah.
I think you're a good guy. You're not going to beat my stories because there's too much weird shit that happens to me. But I will gladly listen to your stories and enjoy the hell out of it.
So
I haven't got to the good shit yet. The Brony Church is kind of like level 1. That's what you get when you sign. When it's entry level. That's
Is
the
the Mixer
dollar
Mike
tier
one the one where we were super disappointed with the outcome?
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, that's the worst part is that fucking nothing actually happened. Fucking, what was it? I was an edgy 18-year-old going to BronyCon 13, and I knew that Mixer Mike was going. So on one of the FluffCasts, I was, like, asking Aichi and shit, like, hey, Aichi, do you think I should, like, get a picture from the Boru of, like, Flufflepuff getting, like, torn in half or, like, getting her guts ripped out and give it to Mixer Mike? Beheaded. That's what it was. Beheaded. Yeah. Or whatever. Had like a little note on the back that said to Fluffy Boo from Mixer Mike heart or something, some really mean shit.
It was some
something that Shady Smarty did.
Dude, it was just some edgy shit that only someone straight out of high school would think to do.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so I met Mixer Mike. I'm trying to think. And the thing is, like, the guys in the room, it was a lot of anger towards Mike because he was taking the Fluffy Pony con. So this was when the divergence, I guess, happened between Flufflepuff and the Buru Fluffy Ponies, and there was just a lot of anger in the air towards Mixer Mike.
Real quick,
and
you'll have to forgive me.
Yeah.
Refresh my memory. Who the fuck is Mixer Mike?
That's the guy who draws Flufflepuff.
Was the guy who created Fluffy Ponies. He was the first one to draw the Twice Sparkle, but with more fluff. Then following that, and the image that they say that it was attributed to be the first Fluffy Pony image was a picture of Sweetie Belle getting more and more fluff until she basically becomes this huge, big ball of fluff. That being said, the concept of Fluffies as we know them was actually pioneered by Art Anon, who was another guy. But the idea of Fluffy Ponies was generated because Mixer Mike did this art of fluffier.
All you had to say was Pinky Fluff.
Pinky Fluff, the pink Fluffy Pony.
Okay. I remember Pinky Fluff. I am not great with names, but
It's the,
Pinky Fluff, I fucking remember.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. A lot of animations of her and what was the bug's name? Chrysalis. Her and Chrysalis, getting into shenanigans. Yeah.
So as a matter of fact, I paid Mutagen.
Yeah.
I believe $10 USD.
Oh my god.
Was it?
I commissioned.
That's like 100 Canadian pesos.
Yeah, it's 100 Canadian pesos or 4,700 Canadian dinar.
Shit.
Well, what did you commission?
I believe it was Pinky Fluff with a giant horse cock.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I believe that
I
was
still
correct.
have it.
You still have it?
Yeah, of course I still have it.
Put that shit over in fucking general.
All right,
Wasn't that the one like
I'm not gonna
turned into a fucking tripod?
You want me to put that shit in general? Are you
no,
sure?
don't put it in general.
Do it.
I'll put it
do it.
General.
Here's the thing. For the longest time, after Kibbles commissioned that from me, he basically said, by the way, don't tell anyone it was me. And I didn't. I kept my goddamn mouth shut for like years. I think it was maybe like a year ago.
Fucking funny.
It was like a year ago where I finally said, yeah, that was Kibbles.
It was fucking funny, okay?
Yeah. You know,
Alright.
I've said it before. People, because of the click, people know about the Ahegao Fluffy pick, right?
Yes.
And I
Oh,
get
yeah.
shit about that like basically constantly. And like I've said before, I don't understand why people are so mad about it because it's not the worst thing that I've drawn.
Oh no.
There's
not even close.
Flufflepup with a
it's-
giant horse dick.
It was hilarious though.
Forfeg.
Actually, please.
All right,
Actually,
so what was it? So yeah, so I go to BronyCon and I've got the folder and it's got the fucking picture in it and shit. And this was just outside of his room. He had a panel for Flufflepup. He had a Flufflepup panel. And he was just skulking around. He had this Chrysalis plushie on his left shoulder because he was just obsessed with her. And I look at him and I have that moment from like the fucking Lord of the Rings where Bilbo and Frodo are like looking at Gollum and they just have all their anger and like everything just goes away to pure pity. And they can't bring themselves to do anything horrible to this creature that's been hurt so much. That's what I felt looking at Mixer Mike. And I put away the folder and I just was like, hey man, ponies from the Buru say hey. And he was taken a bit aback because I guess he was familiar with the Buru and he was just like, oh thanks man. And it was just like two guys awkwardly shaking hands in Baltimore. I got back and I told Aichi, and Aichi was like, you said what? That we say hi? We do not say hi to Mixer Mike. How dare you speak for us, you asshole. I got...
I think you did a very
Yo.
nice
oh my
thing.
god, I remember.
I think I've seen.
You know,
photographs
Nix,
of
I
this
can
like
see
that.
what you're doing. And I just want to tell you. I just want to tell
Yeah.
I
Fucking
just
yeah.
want to tell you continue.
Keep up the good work.
Okay, thank you.
You're doing the Lord's work. Walter.
You've already got me swinging around a giant fucking dildo. Let's get Higo mutagen out here. Let's fucking.
If this
have
is
a
to be
party.
my legacy,
Let's have a
so be
fucking
it.
party, okay?
Yeah, let's fucking go.
A he Greg.
Who am I to deny fate? It's
That's
either
what
this
it
or Ringmaster Anal Prolapse. I'll take this.
Oh my god, I'm
He
gonna
does the
make him
prolapse and
drool.
everything.
I'm gonna make him drool. It's gonna be
is.
beautiful.
No.
So basically,
It doesn't need to be dualistic.
Ringmaster. Ringmaster's Elisa Lamb.
Mutagen, I'm not
Oh.
sure if you know this, but a while ago, I remember people thinking that you went to Mexico as an animator and created Villainous.
Would you
Wait,
believe
you
it?
did?
I do remember us
Okay.
talking about that, yeah.
Wait, I think I heard
Here's
about
the
this.
thing.
I
Yeah,
love
so
Villainous.
Villainous is everyone who knows about it, who doesn't know what it is, just look it up. I think it was on Cartoon Network or something, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And basically, like I can't remember when this was. This was maybe like a year or so ago. I was vanity Googling myself, as one does. And I came across an archive thread that was like talking about this, and I started reading it because I think like in I want to say maybe like 2016 or something, somebody sent me a message on Tumblr and I was like, hey, do you know about this? And I posted like a stupid picture of some, I don't know where it is. It's something I can post that's like safe for work. I don't even know if I have it anymore. Basically making a joke about how I was going to sue because it was like a ripoff of Ringmaster or something. And
It was a one-to-one complete rip-off of your character.
It was like Ringmaster and Markiplier had a fucked up Flipper baby. That's what happened.
yeah, basically. But like this archive thread that I found was basically people like violently debating whether or not this guy ripped me off or whether I ripped him off. And I do still have the image. And it was just kind of like funny to see, honestly, because so many people were just making like these huge assumptions, like, "Oh no, it was totally rip off," or "No, they're the same person," and it's just kind of surreal. I mean, I think only one person got it right and said that he's just based off like Mutagen already said, "Oh, it's based off like a role playing character that like he made, but like never actually did anything with." And that was the only correct thing said in the entire thread.
I always like got a good kick out of it, like how desperate people were for more Ringmaster. Just like it was like oh fuck, I can't even think of a good analogy for this. Like I don't want to say crack because that's too easy, and also Ronald Reagan will come out of his grave and kick me in the dick, but
No,
It
we
was
haven't-
it
don't put
was
red
it
wine
was
comment yet.
it was Tickle Me Elmo.
There we go.
What?
Do people these days on the brewery even know about Ringmaster anymore?
Yes.
You know, maybe
It's kind of,
you could
minor
educate
character
me
now.
for, for the boys in the chat who don't know what's going on. Maybe you could educate us.
So for everyone who doesn't know what Ringmaster is, good.
Yeah.
Is that
That's my
it?
that's my TED talk.
Okay then.
It's an
Ringmaster.
abuse series that I drew that wasn't in the early days of the fandom. Well, in my involvement in the fandom, and it was okay, but it kind of got away from me, and it wasn't meant to be just like an edge fest, even though that's what most people took away from it. And
What the fuck are you talking about?
it wasn't meant to be though. Like it was going somewhere. It wasn't just meant to be like
It was a
mindless.
think piece.
And point is, it was cringe. All right, it was cringe, and I stand by that.
Wait. The think piece, like a Serbian film, is a think piece.
I'm not calling it. I'm not calling it a think piece. Point
It's
is,
an
it was
art piece,
going
that's it.
somewhere.
It's more of a think piece than a Serbian film.
And at the end of the day, though, it ended up spawning a very unfortunate trend of everybody was making their own edgy abuse OCs, and I think you still see remnants of it to this day of people like
You probably do.
posting their eldritch abomination abuser self-insert whatever. It still happens to this day, and
How about
you
the
know,
how about the fluffies that are just like the overpowered edgy fluffies?
oh,
Like
don't
have
get me
wings
started.
and fly around with the pointed horns.
Look, I get
That was
that.
way back when. They had those too. Because I remember one guy that I used to do like some art with. His name was Templar. He really had like a hate boner on this one guy who made this one little comic of like, it's the end of the world, but somehow the Fluffies survived like cockroaches. And then Templar's like, nah, fuck that. He basically makes a comic to shit on that with his Templar Knight comes in and kills the fucking Fluffy.
Yeah.
And then that guy is like, nah, fuck that. Somehow my Fluffy has like super alicorn powers from MLP.
Turned into a
Basically, it turned
playground
into like
fight.
a war of them making.
It turned into like it was an autistic arms race is what was going on. Everybody was just like no, I can do this and she can fly and everybody loves her.
So I've actually got it in my notes here. Menthol talk about Templar.
Oh no.
No boy.
Oh god. So Templar's
I
kind of
don't
a
know
wild
what's
child
coming.
in the brew. I was actually looking earlier on the archive to see if I could find some of his old stuff, and I thought I had run across it the other day, but apparently not. Let me see if I can find something real quick.
Yeah, Templar was fucking great.
So while
me and him hung out in the generals
Yeah.
for a while.
Templar was fucking cool as shit.
He was really cool. He was easy to get along with, and like, but people, it was kind of funny because people would always treat him like he was this magical deity that would show up and produce content, and they're just like, "You spoke to the Templar," and I'm like, "Yeah, we were bullshitting about Pizza Hut toppings the other day. It was great."
Yeah, pretty good time.
Wait, you spoke
It's
to
like-
the Templar?
That is like one thing because people always thought like, man, I bet the FluffCast crew are always talking about something deep. The only reason like we were even called the FluffCast crew is because we were on there and just shit posting. Other than that, we were just a bunch of lonely fuckers just talking about whatever came to mind.
That's
Just
Either
like-
that or
I mean,
the
pretty
fluffy
much.
guru Illuminati.
No, the Illuminati was great. So
Jeez, that's beautiful.
So I just want to.
Go
So
ahead, Kibbles, I'm sorry.
this is bringing back a flood of memories. Do you guys remember PETN and his fucking Fluff Runner?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That definitely rings a
PETN
bell.
was not Fluff Runner. It was Jaybird who did Fluff Runner.
Do you
Or
remember?
whatever.
Do you guys
Got
remember
fact-checked.
the amazing story that was Mr. Paint?
Yes.
Mr.
Okay.
Payne did Smokey and the Starburst.
Let me
Paint-
let me
We're
get
not
through
talking
the
about his
Templar
art.
thing.
Hold on, guys.
We're talking
Mental's
about
got
something
something.
else.
Mental's got
Sure.
something.
Hold on, let me get through the Templar thing real quick, and then we'll talk about Mr. Paint because that's a story too. So over there in the general chat, for anyone interested, that's the example of Templar's story. Back in the day, Templar just kind of showed up out of nowhere, started producing this really dope sketch style like artwork out of just nowhere. Dude really didn't have shit to do with nobody, didn't talk in the comments, nothing like that. Just total goddamn ghost. We got him in a call one night, first thing he says is like, "Oh yeah, man, sorry, I'm sitting here trying to fuck around with this bottle of vodka. The lid fell off of it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. You just sitting home drinking?" "No, man, I'm driving around on a back road trying to deliver pizzas and shit." Like, okay, what? And then the more we got to know this dude, the more we found out he was running around like banging wives on back roads and shit, delivering pizzas in the middle of his small town. Just
He was like a fucking
and in his
hillbilly
downtime, he was
Casanova.
drawing this.
He's drawing this shit. Then at night, he's like, Ethel, I want you to know he ain't coming home from Iraq this time.
Those poor blue-haired old ladies.
But he had fantastic work, and at some point there was a couple of fucking incidents where apparently on Reddit there were like some accusations of somebody getting mad about the Christian overtones with him being a Templar character and them taking it way too seriously. And,
Basically,
yeah,
he just had this cool looking design where he was a Templar, and everybody was just like, okay, cool. And then it was like Christianity and my good Christian fluffy thread. Like, baby.
And yeah, the unknown story that you posted earlier, Virgil.
You found the fucking Pinkie Pie picture, or the Pinkie Fluff picture.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that was one by Tricorn. You can tell by the distinctive design of the horse.
I mean in the stream.
Yeah.
Tricorn King.
Tricorn King Krampus.
Oh god, yes.
Oh my god. Was he actually taken by the Krampus?
I don't
Might
know.
as well
like,
then.
might as
Never
well.
know.
Honestly, though, I never had a problem with him, so I'm not going to talk
Neither
shit
did I.
about
He
him.
was a nice guy.
He still pops up from time to time. Like when I remember I have a Tumblr and I throw art on there, I get like by Tricorn King Krampus. I'm like, oh, Krampus is still alive. Cool.
Real
Yeah,
quick.
he's still around. I actually chatted with the guy on Deppy Boo a few weeks back. Should him another message. Get him to he did some stuff, right? Tricon?
Yeah, Tricorn had his own unique version of Fluffies, which were kind of Saint Bernards with hooves. I think is the best way to put them.
Yeah, they
so
were
his
Clydesdales.
Yeah, his were like a Clydesdale breed. They were always really neat, but he did get a little hoity-toity sometimes.
He did have some
and everything.
stories where they just ran around killing humans because, oh, the epic justice of the graveyard guardian or the fluffies or whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
Where the hell am I getting a hiss from?
Who's the fucking fox?
That's
That's
Virgil.
Virgil.
That's some
Who?
movement.
Virgil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Virgil's
Virgil,
avatar
just-
is a fox reaper.
Just as a heads
You know-
up, because that
you know
comes
what?
once you're come.
A little bit, yeah. Like you're not a werewolf, but you're close enough. I'm just saying. How you doing?
I mean, if you think about it, a werefox is just a werewolf twink.
It's true. It is true. I am into twink. So
Oh god.
you know what? I swear to God, I hope my girlfriend never hears anything that I say out here.
Oh no.
Don't worry, I'll forward it to her.
At
Oh,
least
thank
you
you.
have a girlfriend.
Like she knows that I want to fuck a werewolf, but it's like a
Alright.
joking kind of thing, except I'm super serious.
He
But
seems
it's
super
a
serious.
joking thing, you know?
I hope the werewolf doesn't notice my schmeat in these sweatpants.
I do have great. Okay, I have a pair of gray sweatpants, and she really likes them, and I'm hoping that oh shit. So that reminds me of when I went to Bray Road in Wisconsin, Elkhorn, Wisconsin. Okay, so the Beast of Bray Road. I don't know how much you guys know about cryptids, but the Beast of Bray Road. So Bray Road is a road in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. The Beast of Bray Road is an alleged, supposed werewolf.
Oh damn.
So I was up there for 3 weeks filling in for a guy because COVID fucking sucked. Drove from Jacksonville, Florida, to Wisconsin in like one day. So I get there and I'm like, oh shit, I'm near Elkhorn, Wisconsin. That's where the Beast of Bray Road is. It's a werewolf. I'm gonna go fuck this werewolf.
I'm gonna get that werewolf ass.
Fuck
I'ma get it.
yes.
Go make me
Oh
fuck it.
God, yes. Like
Make your daddy proud.
fucking there's documentaries on this shit. There's Linda Moulton Howe has done documentaries on the Beast of Bray Road. Anyhow, I drive out here.
On him or nothing.
I drive out there. I've got a bottle of fucking rosé. I've got a pack of Magnum condoms. I drive onto Bray Road. which is just off the interstate. It's about 2 miles away. And I'm down there, and I park my car, and I crack open this bottle of rosé. I'm like, come on, here, werewolf. Here, buddy. Come on. Hey, let me see that dick.
He's just screaming out into the woods, hey, what that wussy do?
What you're working with.
So I'm joking. I'm kidding about most of this shit. But I was in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. I did drive down Gray Road. And I parked my car. And across the road, I'm on I think it was Schoolcraft or Schoolhouse Road. I'm parked there. I'm just across the road from a fucking cornfield. And then I hear something big moving in the cornfield.
Oh,
And
okay.
Oh boy.
And you're like, all right, time to strip naked from backwards.
Okay, let me set the scene. This is fucking November in Wisconsin. It's dark. It's fucking windy. It's snowing, and I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere next to a cornfield.
And it's steamy.
He's like, I got,
Oh God, it's so steamy. Oh jeez.
I got no lube except for some 30 weight in the trunk. I don't know what to do right now.
I probably did have some 30 weight in the trunk. Anyhow, I drive a Subaru. It's just one of those things you gotta have. So I'm fucking parked there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see a fucking werewolf. And then I hear something big rustling in this cornfield, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm actually gonna leave right fucking now.
Got a little too real for you.
It got a little too real for me, and it's a shame because, like, you know, if a werewolf came up to me and it was just like, hey, you got two choices, I'm gonna fucking eat you or I'm gonna breed you, I'd be like, well, yes.
All I can imagine just on the whole way home, Kibbles was like, he's like, I've got a boner, I'm doing 90, and I'm crying. Like, what the fuck is going on right now?
No, what? That's a usual.
The cop pulls him over and sees he's got an open container plus all that.
Typical Thursday.
Kibbles, not to like ruin your buzz, but you're in the middle of nowhere. It's a cornfield. Let's be honest, it was just a country girl making do.
It's true. It's like what that corn do.
Yep.
You know what? You might be right. It might have just been a country girl making do.
Like I
And
said
in
earlier,
that case, I should have stuck around. Like, I don't discriminate.
you should have stripped down. You should have stripped down and started jogging through the field backwards. That's the only answer.
Eventually, he's
Also-
gonna find the corn cob or the werewolf, one of the two.
Either way.
Just for the record, YouTube admins, that is mayonnaise.
Yeah, that is totally mayonnaise.
Thick mayonnaise.
She's just eating her favorite mayonnaise hoagie and just made a little bit of a mess.
Yeah, right.
That's all that is.
I would also like to apologize for my earlier wussy comment. It should, in fact, have been werewussy. And
Where wussy? That's where it's at.
what that werewussy
Heck
do?
yeah.
At least it's not a wereshitterist.
Everyone always says where wussy, but never how wussy.
God damn it.
Dude, that's how when all of the cryptids, when Bigfoot and the werewolves and Mothman and the Jersey Devil finally say, you know what, fuck this shit, let's attack the humans. I'm gonna be on their side when they win because I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, you know, let me see that Mothman dick.
Back is what you're saying.
Speaking of werewussy,
You got to like take him out to a date first, you know, get to know the cryptids.
Whenever the
cryptid
cryptid
and shit.
when the cryptids come out of hiding to take over the world, like Kibbles is like aiming to be a pleasure slave, while the rest of us have to work the fucking cornfield. So,
like I said, he'd sell humanity out for a jetpack. It's the case
fuck
of
yeah.
that's
yeah,
it.
you know, the aliens come down and they say,
Absolutely. Like, I don't even know why you guys are questioning this. I would sell any of you motherfuckers out for a jetpack. Or some wussy.
I think that's fair.
Or wussy,
It's like-
excuse me.
In the future, while I'm working in like Mothman's fucking light mines, where we got to keep a light bulb going like 24/7, so he can buzz around it like a fucking idiot. Kibbles is gonna walk up and be like, "Look at you slaves toiling away," and we're like, "Kibbles, like, why are you walking so funny?" He's like, "I haven't been able to sit down in 3 weeks. That moth dick ain't no joke."
Haven't heard my own farts in 2.
All I gotta say, you look at Mothman, you look at that fucking cake, that fucking dump truck ass Mothman has. You know he's a bottom.
I don't think
You
insects
realize it's
have
mostly
ass.
just scales.
It's mostly just wings too, right?
No. Mothman's got fucking cake, okay?
now
Like,
you look at that ovipositor, that fucking Malphigian tubule. What that do, girl?
It's like you look at Nessie, and Nessie's just swimming through the lock like, help, I'm dummy thick, and the Scots keep thinking I'm a real.
God damn it.
Yeah.
God. Jersey
Here,
Devil,
just
that
a
one's
second.
real though. Jersey Devil's fucking real, by the way.
Funny enough,
Probably.
I love cryptids. I like to read about this shit. That's like one of the reasons me and Kibbles get along so well. And there is actually a story of Napoleon Bonaparte's own brother taking a shot at the Jersey Devil.
Dude, he's fucking real, dude.
Jersey Devil's super real.
I need you guys to check general real quick.
What did he
Look.
say? We all just shut up. Like
Mothman over here.
Yeah.
What that
Mothman with that
steak over here.
Mothman just being thick as hell.
I'm sorry. I could see myself in
Mothman,
this
dummy
cake.
thick. There we go.
Absolute
Here,
dump truck.
let's get this up on stream for a quick sec
Like
here.
7
Yeah, but-
U's on there, man.
How much awful shit can we fit on the stream at once? That's the
I
question.
just
Yes,
keep
please.
cycling through relevant
And
images.
just- yes.
It's fair.
Although this one gets its own.
So speaking of relevant images, because I don't know what our timeline's looking like. Did we still want to do questions and call-ins?
I was about to ask if
yeah.
I was gonna ask if
Yeah.
Funkshire. I was gonna ask if Funkshire want to talk about Paint Man, or if we could go into Collins, whatever
Oh,
Shire
okay.
really wants, you know.
We gotta
We're
cover.
gonna
We
talk
gotta
games.
cover Mr. Paint. We gotta cover
We gotta cover
Mr. Paint
Mr. Paint real quick. Mr. Paint, for those keeping along home, Mr. Paint made a very wonderful little story. It was the Smokey story, not can be confused with Little Smokey, because Little Smokey was the one with the pacifier that everybody hated. But Smokey was just a little orphan Fluffy that he had a story about, and it was real cute, real wholesome. And then one day he just stopped posting. He was just gone. And it was like, oh man, I guess we'll never know what happened to Smokey. I guess he got smart. He got out. He got over the bridge. And we're just like, good for him. He's probably out there and like he's going to fucking dinner theaters and shit. And like girls are looking at him and they're like, oh man, look at him. I bet he doesn't have a weird ass fetish to worry about. And then suddenly, like, it was a couple months later, wasn't it?
It was like a year. It was damn near a year later.
It was damn near a year later.
Yeah,
Like,
he disappeared for I
A
want to say like
long
9
time.
months.
Something like that. Then like all of a sudden, like one of he I can't remember if he commented on his old work or reposted something new, but basically he just shows up. He's like, hey, I found this, and apparently I had an account here, and I was posting things, and we were like, oh, dude, it's Mr. Paint. What's up, Paint? And everybody's like greeting him because he was pretty sociable. He'd talk to you.
Yeah.
Turned out Mr. Paint was in a motorcycle wreck and had like basically lost all of his memory from like the year before the motorcycle wreck happened. And was
Jesus
relearning
Christ.
all his stuff. So he was
Yeah.
relearning everything. And one of the first things he learns is I draw retarded cartoon horses on the internet.
Yeah, that's why I brought him his laptop to the hospital.
Oh my god!
He was he was such a genuinely nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just shows
Actually,
up and he's
I
like,
still miss Mr. Paint. I wonder what the fuck happened.
Mr. Paint was a G. I will say that right now. That
Yeah.
man was a saint. He was cool. And also, Menthol, you were saying something. I apologize.
I was gonna say, yeah, Mr. Paint was like just generally a really likable dude. Like I ain't gonna say I'd take a bullet for the motherfucker or nothing like that, but you know, he was
Yeah,
pretty
of
cool.
course not.
I'd buy the motherfucker a sandwich.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like just out of nowhere, dude just ends up losing his memory and comes back. Hey, I'm not really sure who the fuck I am, but apparently I draw retarded cartoon horses. I like
Like,
I found a couple links on here that go to this website. Who the fuck are all you people? Who am I?
And we were,
What
I think,
the hell?
basically, I think it was like over the course of like a month, everybody was like, yeah, dude, you were Mr. Paint. You drew Smokey, and everybody loved Smokey, and he was real cute. He had,
Yeah,
he had-
here's your old fucking Skype account. Try to see if you can get the password for it.
that's it. It was just like everybody kind of walking back into it, and because this is back in the day before Discord. Like you whippersnappers don't know about this shit. When we used to have to use Skype and jerry rig that shit all the time.
Make it sound like we're all fucking ancient and shit.
Man,
Like,
fucking
Skype is
Skype is
20
ancient though.
Dude, but for the fucking 4chan Cup back in the day, for the 4chan Cup back,
Jeez.
for the Cup back in the day, they used to have to fucking stream the monitor of the guy who was streaming it. So he just had his fucking webcam pointed at the computer monitor and ran it over Skype.
Oh yeah.
It was fucked
Yeah.
up.
Oh my god.
It's like, remember back in the day with Skype, you never knew who was in the call. So, like, you might join the call and be like, man, I fucking hate that dude. I don't want to talk to him. And it was
Yeah,
like, that
no
would
idea
happen
though.
all the time. So
Hello.
now you know, I could look and be like, Fuck, Menthol's in there. I can't tell the story about us going to Tijuana that time.
Skype that was an era, man.
A
I'm
Wild
pretty sure there
West.
was like a call going at least 24/7.
Oh
Pretty
yeah.
much. I
Yeah,
remember.
because I think
Go
our
ahead, I'm
record was like, what was it, like 4 or 5 days where we had one single call up the entire time.
Fucking Menthol would start a call and then just go to bed.
Or
Just go to
Jingles
bed,
would
like,
start
check
one
the
and
load
die.
there.
Fucking so speaking of Skype, my company has migrated to Microsoft Teams,
I'm sorry.
which is Skype.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
God.
And it brings back every time I get onto a fucking corporate call, it brings back a lot of memories.
Oh my goodness.
What's the noise? It's a boop.
That's the one.
I just
Manifest.
remember like just the text part of Skype used more data on my phone than fucking Pokemon Go, and I was like, "What the
God,
hell is this?"
Yeah, it was fucking bad.
No, Skype was mining Bitcoin, I swear to God.
It had to be. That's how Bill Gates was able to pay for all those girls to pee on him. So
Oh my god.
That's how. It was all
It
the
was
double diamond
all
platinum
Skype.
fucking scheme. That's
Here,
all it
Dim-
was. It was paying for
Dim of
that.
Diamonds. I got the
Wait.
Dim of Diamonds. Do
Wait,
you
nothing
mean
else.
These Dim of Diamonds, Timmy Turner.
All that other money he had, he couldn't use it for that. Somebody might
That's-
ask questions.
That shit went to his wife and fucking alimony when she was finally like, you know what, Bill? You come home smelling like piss every night. You got to get the fuck out of
You
here.
know, that's because old Billy Gates was all up in Jeffrey Epstein's shit.
It's like so. Let me ask you a question here, Jeff. You got anything with braces? And have you got anything with possible pigtails that isn't Asian? Let me
No,
check.
wait,
in the back.
hold on. We had a caller for just a moment here. Let me get this guy back
shit.
in here.
That's somebody in the waiting room.
Oh shit, yeah, here he is. All right, let's bring in our caller. Bad
Caller,
luck.
welcome, you're live.
We've got a
627.
fucking caller.
Oh
Caller,
shit!
welcome. Are you
There.
circumcised?
Welcome to welcome to Infowars.
And he's
Now, let me
out.
tell you.
And he's out.
Fucking
Sounds
Oh
beautiful.
my god. Here,
He
let me
didn't
get
even
him back
buy
in there.
super male vitality.
Let me try one more time. Bad luck.
Caller, yes. How are the liberals ruining America?
And he's out.
It's the chemicals in the water making the frog gay.
I don't mean to bully anybody, but Bad Luck 627, you're more than welcome to come in and chat about whatever the hell you want.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on, dude.
Yeah.
Just call
So
him
the
Bad.
what's it called? I
think Bad
posted
Luck is not used to Discord. I've
that's
never
fine.
seen Bad Luck on Discord, and therefore.
What? So I've posted a link to the Discord room in the chat of the stream. Feel free to join and feel free to jump on the waiting list if you'd like to. And I'll drag you in. You can talk with us.
You could also just ask questions on the live stream.
Yeah, you can also
Oh,
just
yeah.
ask questions however you want. you
Ask
know?
us your questions. We got fucking
We-
nothing else to do.
Here's a
Come
question
on,
for the
God,
group.
people. Give us content.
If
What
you
We
guys
have
don't-
is your
nothing.
favorite type
Oh,
of cereal?
okay. He's trying to do the point. Okay. I'm gonna try something else here. I might have fucked with the permissions a little bit too much here.
Nah.
All right, Bad Luck. Speak to us. If you get kicked out, let me know. Whoa.
There it is.
Okay. Hello.
Am I loud?
You hear you. You were on the air.
You were
You
on the
are
air.
live,
Tell us about
caller.
Yay.
Yeah,
Caller.
welcome to Love Line.
Nice to meet you.
Oh God.
Welcome to Love Line. We
Hey.
the Jewish lady's not here tonight, so I'll be telling you about your love life. What you need to do is remember that size don't matter because it's anal.
Now roll for anal circumference.
Oh, Chan, I can see it
I
in
like
your
that.
future. A
All right.
subscription to Double Diamond Platinum.
All right. So Bad Luck, talk to us. What do you want? What do you want to chat about?
Well, I don't know. I just kind of popped in here without really thinking about it.
Real quick, you
Fool.
sound kind of cute. How you doing?
Whoa, Kim. All right, Kibbles. All right.
Cowboy.
Down, boy, down.
Whoa.
I was told I was not allowed to flirt.
That was when Kibbles found out that the Bad Luck was late for their 8th grade class.
God damn it!
All right,
Not
let's start.
again.
Let's start out simple. Bad Luck. So tell us, when did you get into fluffies?
Hold on a second.
Hey, take your time.
I think. Oh gosh, I would have to. Let's see. I think my first post on the subreddit was like 11 months ago,
All right.
and since then I've just been kind of. Well, my first thing was the attempted arc with Storm and Poppy. If anyone remembers that, probably not.
Everyone tries
But-
something.
I haven't been around for like 5 years, so
I
it's
came
all
back.
new to me.
Yeah, I came back after 8.
No, I get it. But so like I attempted to do a story arc at one point, but it didn't work out for me, so I just scrapped it. And now I'm on the Fluffy website doing a new comic, and which is on hold right now. But yeah, it's
I have a question.
everyone's been
sorry.
everyone's been really hospitable and friendly, and
Mhm.
honestly, the website is so much better than the subreddit.
Yeah,
See the Buru.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, Buru was for fucked. But anyway, one question I had to ask was, did you come in with the click crowd?
Yes.
Let me think. I was not subscribed to the Click, so I actually had never watched any of his videos before, but the Fluffy video actually popped up on my recommended, regardless, and I saw the thumbnail and I was like, that looks so stupid. I want to know more.
Yeah,
And that
that's.
reminds me, Virgil,
That sounds like
hear
the
you.
hook
Virgil, is
now.
it possible you could like tell the kids at home all about the click and what happened last year?
Well, like I said, I wasn't subscribed to him, so I don't know much about him. I just know that I saw the thumbnail for the Fluffy video. I thought, this is stupid, I want to watch it. And then I went to the subreddit, I started doing things there.
Mhm.
I'm kind of sick of Reddit right now, so I'm probably going to leave there pretty soon. But
Oh my god. Based and red pilled.
Oh god, yeah. I recently got attacked by the hive mind in a different subreddit, and it was not fun.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
You should
you
go
know
to like
what?
a good subreddit, like fucking Black People Twitter.
Yes.
Hydro homies.
All I gotta
Hydro
say
homies.
is
The thing
You-
about
you-
Reddit,
Sticks.
you
Actually, I
you were
wanted to,
officially you were being accepted by the old guard. Right? All
think-
the old guard here, all the old guard here is
Goodness.
accepting you. We are accepting you.
I'm not
As
accepting
if our
shit.
opinion means shit.
Besides
I
women,
wanted-
we're accepting
Okay.
you. So you can tell them
the
to suck a
thumbnail
big
just
fat
popped up in
fucking
the
dick.
general chat.
No,
The
I didn't
thumbnail
say
just
Suck a
popped
dick.
up in the general chat. That's the one.
Oh, that's the one with the freaking
Yeah, that was the
The
video
pepper.
by the click that got a lot of people interested in fluffies. In fact, I was thinking that Virgil could tell us a bit more about what happened last year with the click.
Oh, right. Because Virgil.
yeah.
Right. Virgil, tell us
Yeah.
about your time with the Click.
So, all of a sudden, we noticed that we were getting this huge influx of members on the subreddit. We're going from 4,000 members to 5,000 to 6,000 within 2 weeks, and we're like, what the fuck's going on? There's this video by some really famous Swedish guy. He's kind of funny, kind of lame, really cringe. He's making these videos about fluffies. He's doing voices really badly. And
Oh my god.
you know what? He's got a lot of fans. He's bringing a lot of people in. We're getting a lot of new art. It's a good thing. Here's the problem. He saw a picture of Gyllenheimer. He's like, "Oh, that's so cute." And guess what? All of his fans start coming in making Gyllenhaimers. They're just standing there. They're looking in right the audience. They're not.
Oh god,
doing-
the Jellens.
God,
They have no fucking clue. What's
Jellies.
it's
I
the
remember
Jellens-
the
Jelly
influx
is
of
Missing!
and
I
then
remember the influx of Jellens when people
Or
just
his-
started making Jellens
for his
all
second
over the
video,
place.
for his second video, 80% of the content was the Gyllenhaimers his fans were making and posting to our subreddit.
Recommending that shit.
Oh, it was so awful. I
Of
had
course,
to,
right now the trend is the cannibal fluffies.
It is, and it's sad, and it'll die out just like everything does. But for now, we'll deal with it. And I got tired of just the worst things being featured on his videos, so I actually made a script for him. Fluffy Bureau is still up. I gave him 150 links for him to go and look at. Stuff that was safe enough for YouTube and horrible enough to change people's minds about this community. Oculus took care of the entire Hugbox list, and I took care of everything else. And that was his fourth video that went up. And it was shortly after that video went up that all hell broke loose. Fluffy Bureau fell to ruins, and here we are today.
Yep. Who's the man pulled the plug on it?
You better not be telling me that you're the ones who sent the fucking Hangout comic then.
No,
Thank God.
I
The what comic?
Goodness.
no,
What
he found
comic?
that all on his own.
Well, I think I've said everything I need to say. So if it's all the same to y'all, I think I'll exit the voice chat and head back onto the stream.
Well,
Hey, bud,
hey,
Thank you, caller.
Well, have fun.
Going in.
thank
Yeah,
you
no,
for
it's
coming on.
it's been good.
While you're
Thank you,
here,
Keller.
here's your
Remember,
towel.
don't trust Whitey.
Don't trust
Okay.
Whitey.
Exits on the
Go,
left.
Whitey.
All right, see y'all.
Be good.
Bye.
That was a child.
Okay.
Man,
that
I
was a
fucking
child.
hated that
That was
person.
a fucking child.
Jesus Christ, they wanted me to
God.
I
I would have killed
totally-
myself. Oh, God.
I totally fucking like just. I made myself some dinner, and I totally fucking just zoned out while she was talking. I have no idea what the fuck you guys talked about. But let me tell you about my burrito.
Fuck your
Can I-
burrito, Kibbles.
Burrito.
Fuck your
Can I
burrito,
just
because
say-
we have another
That's
caller.
rude.
It is before the next caller. I just want to say how freaking surreal it is to hear this community being referred to as welcoming and positive.
Yeah.
Where was that shit when we started?
Because my God, that's something that's maybe for episode 2. I want to talk about the before and after,
Oh yeah.
like just the
I
just
remember
the
that.
vibe,
Honestly,
you know.
Alright. We can do
Me
that.
as a newbie, I can also tell that this community is friggin' awesome, and I feel here like I'm at home.
You can
Like,
go that far.
I feel
Like-
welcome.
So I was like, are we talking about the same community? Like, what the hell?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like-
remember when I
I
first
heard
came
what
in. They
shit
fucking
was
hated
going
my
on
art.
from Virgil.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You know, this wasn't always the case. In fact, just a little more than a year ago, the brew was actually in quite a decline. Then the only reason why things are a bit more acceptable now is because of the changes in the administration, as well as the sort of a new vision for the fandom.
What?
And I think a lot of the niceness now has to be in part to Virgil's effort.
What?
Yeah. Round of applause for Virgil.
Yeah, round of applause for Virgil. But also,
All right, lady. All right, lady.
what?
That sounded more
I'm
like
simping
hardcore
fire.
fapping.
The fluffy community has always been very welcoming, as long as you're not a fucking idiot.
It's true. That's been kind of the general rule. As long as you don't like try
Yeah.
to buck them too hard.
But they
This
do.
hasn't been in the last year. It's been forever. Don't be a fucking idiot, and we'll like you.
All right.
And I say we. I am not involved in this shit. Y'all fuckers, go away. Do your thing.
Right.
You know what? Talking about that, I would like to suggest as we go along, let's talk about some of our favorite brew members that we've run into, because we had some characters.
Man,
We
we
had some
have
folks-
we've got content for like ages.
What about
We got
what
content
about
for ages.
what about I? Well, we gotta have a whole fucking episode dedicated.
That's a
on
whole
IEG.
episode. Let's not get into
yeah,
Aichi.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all we're gonna
Let's
talk
How
about.
about we talk about Tao Fan?
All right.
How about-
how about
you
how
know
about
what?
How about next caller?
how
Next
about
caller.
next caller?
Next
Next
call.
caller.
Something cheeky. Welcome to the call. Welcome to the
Are
FluffCast.
you here to get
On
the
the air.
ACDC tickets?
Hey!
Oh,
Oh,
I
you
guess you guys are
cheeky.
friends.
Hell, my ears.
You sound kind of cute too. How you doing?
Didn't
Down
even say
boy.
anything yet.
Kibbles quit. The Clintons are going to Epstein you any moment.
Jesus,
Oh,
Kibbles.
What the fuck's going on? There
All
we go.
right.
Can you hear me?
So, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hi.
great.
Hey, how you
Hi,
doing?
Nick.
How you doing? You sound kind of
Good, how are
cute.
you?
Real quick. You're over 18, right?
Down boy.
Yes, I'm over 18.
Hey, how you doing?
Seriously, I'm gonna get the hose.
I'm gonna get the sorry box, Kibbles. Come on.
Right?
No, that
That
just
never
turns
the
me on.
age. That's the rule.
Not to get political, but what the fuck is a fluffy?
Right? I don't think anybody knows, honestly.
Well,
it's very hard to define fluffies. I'll be fucking honest right now, and that's the reason why McGee has a problem with me.
All right, come on. Let's move on here.
All right.
So,
Something cheeky.
hi.
What do you got for us? What's on your mind? What's your question?
How you doing?
Okay, so long-legged fluffies. Thoughts?
Curse.
Yes, they are thoughts.
wait, long-legged fluffies?
I'm gonna agree
Yes.
with Yuta.
Okay, do you mean okay, here's my question. By long-legged fluffies, do you mean like extremely long-legged to the point of parody, or are you talking about people who draw their fluffies with more like equine-like legs?
Yeah, yeah.
People who draw them kind of like deer, I would say.
All right,
It's not
I'm gonna
right.
I'm
It's
gonna
not
start
right.
a fight. I'm gonna start a fight with people because I know there's artists here that draw them like that, but it's wrong.
Mhm.
What,
It's
like our
wrong. It's
like
100%
our
wrong.
artist right now
Okay,
on the stream?
Let
Okay.
my boys be stumpy.
fluffy ponies are meant to be fucking little pig hamster, little shit bags.
Exactly. That's
They're
a
not
stupid
meant
name,
to be
though.
as graceful and beautiful and
Look.
retarded as a deer.
What is
I
this
will
so easily
offer-
broken and fragile?
You
I
guys
will
are missing
offer
the best
Ponies,
option.
anything
Like
is fluffy.
three stumpy legs, one long leg. Get that fucking Santa Fe lean going on.
Oh,
Funkshire, I hate to
Thanks,
tell you to this, but
Love
that's not a
Rudder.
leg.
Ah, well, okay
Go
then.
with
Color
one
me
user's
surprised.
philosophy that
But
anything
no.
can be a fluffy. Fuck it.
hard answer for my my stance on this whole thing with long-legged fluffies and short-legged fluffies. A lot of the writers back in the day specifically chose to use the word trundle. Fluffy walking.
What?
I don't like that.
What the
Short-ass
hell does?
leg.
Wait, give me a second here. Let's get that up on the
Trundle is like a
dictionary.
goofy-ass waddle.
It's kind of like the same
Okay,
walk
try
like pregnant
to
women do.
Google that shit, Trundle.
Well, yeah,
Let me.
basically
It
they
also
used
means
to
something
waddle.
else.
I want to say,
slowly or heavily.
I want to say, as someone who has struck 4 deer in a vehicle and had
At
three of those
once?
deer run away. Fluffies are not like deer. You look at a fluffy wrong and it fucking dies. You could fucking literally you could hit a deer with a Ram 3500 and it will get up and go, "That was uncomfortable," and run away.
Nope.
I
Except
had
for
a
that
deer
one-
run into me.
Except for that one deer you had the barn door on the fucking interstate. That was pretty great. It's just
Okay,
like
so that's different.
I had a
just-
deer run into me.
That deer, the look of just innocence in that doe's eyes, as very fucking. I had to put her out of her. I had to relieve the pain. I had to put her out of her misery.
Look, the good news is the only thing that went through that deer's mind in the end was the fucking slug. So I mean, there you go.
I mean, yeah, it's a fucking. Okay, 380 hollow point plus P.
I didn't know it was a hollow point. Jesus.
I remember.
I'm trying to put it out of its misery, not put it into orbit.
I remember
So
for
let me tell this story real quick. So I'm driving back home. I had brought my mom. My mom had cancer. We had to go to the fucking doctor's office and the fucking surgeon like once a week. It was a pain in the ass. We're driving home one night. It's like 8:30 at night, and I'm just about to get to the fucking street where her house is. And there's a Jeep Renegade parked off to the side, and I'm turning in, and I see a fucking deer in the middle of the goddamn road. So I turn off, and I get out. I go to this Jeep Renegade, and I'm like, "Hey, man, did you hit that deer?" And it's some fucking poor goddamn airman. He's like an A1C. He is just losing his shit. He's like, "Man, I've never even seen a deer before, man. I'm from California. It's so pretty. Why didn't it just die? I'm so sad."
Oh my god.
I'm just like, dude.
Jeez, Kibbles, do you hate people from California? You sounded like there was a very venom-filled parody there.
Okay, I say he was from California because his license plates were California. He had California tags, right?
Oh, I know, but you make him out to be like Spicoli or some shit, you know?
Okay, but the thing is, I am not being facetious. That is exactly how he sound. I've never even seen a deer before, man. It's so cute. Why didn't it just die? That's what he sounded like. Okay.
It's like any moment you're just gonna be like fucking liberals and their deer loving.
Human fluffy, Jesus.
There's so many deer here.
I'm wondering if you get a chance to take a look at Chiki's art, by the way, because Chiki has a very unique design for his wild fluffies.
I don't even know what Chiki is.
Let's not talk about my art. Let's not talk about that.
So,
Why not? It's beautiful.
Fuck you, that's what
I
we're
love
exactly
Llama
gonna
Fluffs.
so I'm like,
All right, post the art. Get it up against the wall. Let's post the art here. Come on.
yeah,
Okay.
do it. So I'm like,
where's
okay,
the most
man.
recent one? That one's decent.
Okay, so I'm like,
Where do I
okay,
put
man.
it?
Here's the deal. We gotta call the sheriff's department. We gotta call the fucking police so that they can do a statement so that your insurance company they believe you that you hit a fucking animal. Like that's just how it is. Trust me, I'm from this area. This is how it works. He's just like, okay, man. Like, okay. So he's
I
fucking
can't
sitting in his
post
car.
that. Okay.
He's fucking like hyperventilating. He's never even fucking seen a deer before, and the first time he sees a deer, he fucking hits it. So eventually he's just like, I can't deal with this shit, man. I gotta go. I'm gonna be late for work. I can't deal with this. And he fucking takes off, and I'm just like, okay. So I'm waiting for the fucking sheriff to get there to dispatch the deer, to put it out of its misery.
No.
Yeah, it's like, okay, here's the worst part though. Like, in between me waiting for the deer to be dispatched and the guy leaving, it gets hit again by a fucking truck.
Oh my
God.
And it doesn't fucking die, because deer are tough, okay? It gets run over again by a fucking truck, and it's not dead yet. So eventually, I legitimately, and it's fucking horrible because I felt its bones breaking when I did this. I have to drag it out of the road.
Oh.
And this poor fucking doe is it's in shock, very obviously, because at first it was screaming, and now it's not. And I'm just like, this fucking poor thing is about to die.
Pop, pop.
So, okay, I'm getting there. I'm waiting for the sheriff's department to come up. And I'm just like, I can't deal with this. This poor fucking animal is in pain, and it's fucking just suffering. I can't deal with this. Technically, it is quote unquote illegal, but I'm gonna do it. I reach into my glove box. I've got my fucking carry piece. I've got my 380. It's a little Beretta 95, and I have 380 hollow point plus P, which is designed to put someone down.
It's designed for
You
somebody
don't
that looks
say.
like me. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
it's designed for a fuck.
I mean, again,
go ahead.
Kibble,
sorry.
it's not enough that you're gonna shoot the motherfucker. You gotta pee on him too? Really?
Yes,
Gotta use
absolutely.
hollow
Plus
point
P.
like
I'm gonna hollow point it and then I'm gonna pee on it. You know, it's just it's a Missouri
insult to injury. Just gonna liquidize its brain.
thing. Yeah.
No, he's just marking his kill.
Exactly. It's a thing. It's a thing that my people do.
I'll
So
let the other Missourians know that this is his deer. Fuck off.
So
hey, look,
I grab my fucking handgun out of my glove box and I walk up to this deer and its body is so mangled, but it's still somehow alive. I can't really tell where the heart is. Cause its fucking chest is broken, its ribs are broken, its shoulders broken, its legs are broken. I'm just like, fuck. Its head is in one piece. And I'm just like, oh god, I gotta do this.
One Piece.
So I'm like apologizing to the deer, and I've got a finger in my fucking ear, and I take my gun, I push the barrel against its fucking head, and I pull the trigger, and it's very quick, it's very painless, and I shit you not, like 2 seconds after I do this, a pickup truck pulls up, and this is a good old boy. Okay, first off, he is a colonel in the military. He's a colonel. So he's been in for several years.
Oh my god.
He's also from Alabama.
Oh no.
It was her booty.
Deep Swamp South represent.
Yes. And he's like, hey, y'all hit that deer? And I'm just like, nah, man, some poor fucking airman hit it, and he took off. He couldn't deal with it. He's just like, all right. Any of that meat good, you think?
Jesus Christ.
About half of it.
I'm like, fucking, I am fucking taken back, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's been run over twice. And like he leans his head out the window, and he looks at this fucking deer, and he's just like, all right, I'll be back in an hour. This is like, okay.
Did you wait for him?
He's just like, hey, you gonna eat that?
Well,
Literally, he is. Literally, he's like, hey, y'all gonna eat that? And I'm just like, nah, man. So
you aren't gonna let it die in vain, are you? You gotta do something with it.
I fucking get my mom back in the car, and she's fucking mortified because I just fucking killed a deer.
Blap.
I get my mom back in the car, and I drop her off at her house. And this is maybe like 30 minutes later. I'm fucking leaving, right? and I drive by where the deer was, and it's fucking gone.
He got it. He
And
got
I'm
it.
just like, my fucking God.
You fed a family that night, Kibbles.
No, I fed one very healthy looking Southern boy.
I mean,
You know he had like 8 kids in the back.
He
Kibbles,
might have.
Country
if
boys
it
make
makes you
do.
feel any better, it's not near as redneck as what we did with that deer that totaled my mama's car.
Poor
Did you get the back strap and then toss it into the ditch?
No, my mom called me, and my mom was like having a heart attack. She's just like, it's like Funk, because my mama calls me Funk. She's like, Funk, I hit a deer and I don't know what's going on. So I was like, oh shit, hold on, Mom, I'm on the way. And I get there, and that where it was, like this deer fucking Supermaned off this little this little ledge right here, landed about 10 foot below it on the road, right onto my mom's hood, and just bounced off. And we were like, well, fuck. I'll tell you later, because I'm sorry. I really do have a guest, but I don't need to get I don't need to get into that. But I'll do the short version so we can get to that.
All right.
Basically what ended up happening, my dad says, oh, well, don't worry, because the sheriff's going to show up, take that deer, and he'll take it to the food pantry. And I was like, okay, that sounds real redneck, but cool. Sheriff shows up. My dad's like, so you're going to take it to the food pantry? He's like, we don't do that anymore, sir. He's like, you could take it to the food pantry. So what ended up happening is we went and left a dead deer on the front doorstep of the food pantry, because the lady's like, we're like, man, we got a donation. She's like, what kind of donation? And my dad just throws his fucking deer on the porch. He's like, have a good one.
It could have been worse, right?
Beautiful.
Like they could have been. You could have been like, oh yeah, we left it on the fucking doorstep of the food pantry. Like, what food pantry? Oh, the one on Main. It's like there's no food pantry there anymore. It's an abortion clinic.
You know what? That's the only way it could have been any better, because just my dad was not taking no for an answer. He just set the deer there, and I was like, Dad, I don't know if they take this. He's like, sure they will. Sits it down. He's like, all right, y'all have a good one. He's gone.
That is see, that's what okay, so where I am from, right? It's very common that people hit deer. As a matter of fact, there is DD Highway, and it is nicknamed Dead Deer Highway because of so many fucking deer that get hit. So you
It's
call
the same way where I am.
Yeah. You call the fucking sheriff's department, you call you call the highway patrol, and you just say, hey, I hit a deer. I'm taking off. My car's fine. It's at so-and-so fucking junction. And they come get it, and they drop it off at the food pantry.
It's just not okay.
See,
that's
all right.
The thing
so
is, you guys are.
We gotta move
Let's
on.
go to our
We gotta
guest.
get some more. We gotta get our guest. So Cheeky, apologies for hijacking that one.
No,
So
it's
how many
okay.
deer have you hit in
I'm
your
very,
life?
very, very sorry. Very, very sorry.
No,
Sorry,
same thing happens in Colorado. There's so many deer that we have to bring in wolves to get rid of most of the deer.
Jesus Christ.
It's pretty fucking awesome. Like, just release the wolves, solve every problem. You got a problem, bring in the wolves.
The
I like to
Australian
Says I'm
imagine
trying a wolf.
you just go to Walmart, buy like a 6-pack of wolves, be like, goddamn roaches.
Yeah, release the wolves.
All right. So Cheeky, you got anything else to say? Anything else to add?
Well, someone asked me to put some of my stuff in there. So
I did.
Yeah, comment.
I absolutely love this stuff here. This is great here.
Oh yeah, that dragon.
Beautiful.
Here, I'm gonna throw. I threw a little screenshot of one on the stream because.
That's the one.
No picture. But give me a quick.
Very
second. Let me throw this
I should
up
mention
here.
that Cheeky's design for his fluffies usually have them have the legs be a bit longer than usual.
Yeah, that's what it came in with.
Yeah, we already called that out, but we'll move
That's
on.
perfectly fine. I'm fine with you guys making anything new, because that's one of the reasons why we kind of got tired of Fluffy, is people were getting angry that people were making stuff new, and it just stagnated. So just whatever the hell you guys.
Oh, woof! Let me see this. Oh, I love this. Who's this big boy? This bold and brash.
Enough people criticized me that I felt bad, and then I was like, okay, I'll make them chunky.
It's all right. We've got Funkshire.
like
He'll hurt
thick.
anybody who hurts you.
I like him chunky.
I also like this.
I like this.
The
I
first
like.
comment I ever got on Reddit was just like, why do you draw them like that? They're dumb.
Well,
But dude, don't feel bad. Don't feel
That guy
bad
was using
because
both
when
brain
I
cells
started-
that
I got
day.
comments that my Fluffy's legs are too long, so.
Yeah, don't worry about that. When I first started, guess what? I got people angry about is I was drawing it my character is semi based off of MLP anatomy in a way, but they were really poofy, so they still looked like fluffies. They were angry
wrong with that.
because I gave fluffies knees.
Yeah, that is
Legs go
true.
way up.
Right.
Yeah,
I
because
do
back
remember
then
that.
people, I just thought it was an
They would hate me.
artistic thing. I just thought it was an artistic thing to where they just drew like stick legs because most of the shit when I was making it was like MS Paint tier. So it wasn't really good. I just thought, oh, they can't draw worth a shit, so okay, I'll just draw mine. They can't really find anything to complain with the shit that's coming out. They're like, you motherfucker, how dare you give Fluffy's knees? They're not supposed to have knees. When they fall over and they say Fluffy can't get up, it's because they can't bend their knees to stand up. You know, I'm like, well, I didn't know that shit, motherfucker.
My head cannon.
So yeah, they're literally
They
a
would
breed called
literally
stiff.
kill me.
We call them stilt leg fluffies nowadays.
Come on.
But
They won't kill
yeah,
me.
they got pissed because I actually gave Fluffy
Oh.
knees when I first
Yeah.
started.
When it comes to that, I feel like fluffies should always be pathetic, but at a certain point, it just feels kind of dumb to me, at least. Like when you get to a certain point.
Can I
agree
throw
with
in?
that too. It's the reason why I don't agree with the idea that fluffies should be too overly pathetic or people should focus too much on this idea of fluffies being pathetic. Because I think that there's a lot that can be done with fluffies that explores them in ways other than just negative, so to speak.
It's important,
Obviously.
but also like drowning from looking at water feels. I know it's supposed to be funny, but you know, like how does that thing make it one day out of the factory?
That's.
Yeah.
How does it ever go swimming? How does it ever take a bath?
Like even with the
How
like
does it drink?
I don't know canon explanation,
Exactly.
like I don't know the canon explanation, can quote unquote canon. I don't know what the rules are, but like there was just so much trash that they just had a bunch of babies and then they were you just couldn't get rid of them. But I don't know, if you can't drink water and you can't do anything, I feel like day one they just keel over from like a rainstorm. Like the rain comes down and there's no
That's
more
how it
fluff.
should be. That's how it should be.
That was the old days.
Yeah, but then
but
the
it
fun
only
kind
works
of
if it's
ends.
more like a quick joke. Like if you want to tell a bigger story, you know, it's a canon that can't work.
All right, I'm gonna bring in our next caller. Cheeky, any last thoughts?
Nope. Have a good one.
All right, get
Goodbye.
out of here.
Love you.
All right, our next caller. Let's bring him in. Arisen Leaf, welcome to the FluffCast.
You're on the air.
Don't forget to mute yourself.
What?
Unmute yourself.
Do it.
Do it.
Hello.
And he's here.
If I'm
Welcome.
reading your resume correctly, you're from the reservation?
Yep.
Well, we don't take too kindly to the red people around here, so you and I are going to have to leave.
You goddamn Asians. Hey, I got some fire water here for you.
No, don't take
I
it.
never
He's
heard
just
fire
trying
in
to
water
bait
in a
us
while.
Somebody get that man a blanket.
Oh no.
Oh.
All right.
What's on your mind, buddy?
Yeah, nothing much. I just wanted to hear what you guys were up to.
Have you not been listening?
I'm sitting at
live experience to be there as it's happening.
Well, I'm sitting at my card table right now, computer to my right, condenser mic in front of me, and a stale bag of chips to my left. How about you, sweetheart?
Mostly just in a sweaty room alone.
Oh.
See what you ought to do. You ought to have a pipe full of this Gorilla Glue, my dude.
How's that Canadian
Fucking
heat wave
fire,
going?
my nigga.
Oh.
You know, I've been boofing Jenkum since like fucking 6 p.m. So.
I got a fat roll of this ditch weed and I'm drawing fat anime tits.
The biggest.
Some people said that's too big, Funk. I said, fuck you.
I have to know. I have to know. I have to know.
She wants to see the bad anime tits.
So these fellas were talking about these fellas were talking about hitting deer the entire time, and just now that I know there's another Canuckian in the area. Let's talk about hitting moose or meese.
Top heavy.
Because
Nice.
that is on the other end of the spectrum. Because if you hit a moose, you will not have a car anymore.
No, they're top heavy. You might die.
Oh,
You won't have a life anymore.
Yeah.
you would be surprised. There are pictures of like they look basically there's pictures of cars that look like they hit telephone poles after running to a moose. And if you're lucky after that the moose will run away and it won't just be pissed off.
That's the thing. Like moose are like one of the last megafauna existing on North America.
Are they megafauna? I know they're really big, but
Moose
like,
are moose are
You'd be
megafauna.
surprised. They are
Here-
deceptively big. Like most
huge.
pictures don't do it justice.
Here's a really fun fact too. The number one predator for moose are orca whales.
I
what
thought
the
you meant-
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very interesting, actually.
I'd
Like,
like to state that
So, but how did
breasts
they
are at least
catch
2
them?
cup sizes larger. Thank you.
There you go.
wait, are there
Should
nipples?
I make them bigger?
Wait, are there nipples on stream? Give me a second.
I'm fucking
No,
kidding.
it's coming in a bra. It's
I,
in a bra.
I gave you guys the horny blocker. Why are you not using the horny blocker?
Oh,
Please,
God.
dear Lord. I can't. She moves the freaking perspective around.
Yeah,
God.
I actually had. Hold on a second. I'll show you how I ended up having to use it here in a minute.
Wait, I have to do something. Okay, he is in the super layer.
So, Leaf, do you have any
part?
Leaf, do you have any particular fluffy stories you're a fan of?
Probably mostly the Ring of Fires, one with the Smarty.
Remember Ring of Fire?
Not bad.
Burning
Classic
thing.
stories at that.
It's the name
Oh,
of
yeah.
that story.
He's dancing.
I can find a link.
And the very first story that actually brought me into the community was Jaybird's Maze Runner.
Mine was
Oh,
Nacer
man.
Six. I'm really gonna date myself here. Nacer Sixers Maroon. That was the one that I was like, all right, I'm in this. For
Boo.
Wait, is Maroon that one with the crazy Smarty?
There's a lot of stories with crazy Smarties, but Maroon I think was the one with this
The first
Tuffy-
person's perspective, eh?
Kind of. Maroon was he had a sharpened horn, and his Tuffy friend was blue and green, and had to have his face burned off.
Wasn't one into like
Who wanted to
stomping
do
or something?
genocide,
Yeah,
from what I
Stompy.
remember?
Stompy. That was his name. That was the Tuffy's name. Stompy.
Over in the
A
FluffCast
drink.
chat, I just posted the two that got me in.
Let me see.
By anybody who
The
drinks.
Fluffy Pony just wanted to be a pizza, so you'd love her more. Oh man, oh that is prime, just chef's kiss. Mwah! Fluffy Pony.
I think it was Phil's the one about the sushi chef preparing the fluffies was the one that made me get it because I was like, what the fuck is this? This is fucked up. I need more of this. And then I was like, I went to find that out.
The first thing that I saw was like M likes art in our nuns back in the good old days. And then I just decided making art because a lot of people were complaining like how we never have good artists. And like, well, if they're bitching about the MS Paint, they won't complain about mine. Then they found something to complain about.
Of course they
You
do.
gave him knees? What the fuck?
We're still on the fucking knees.
Yeah.
Till the day we
I'll
die.
have you on your knees when you're done.
You
I had
used
no
Flip
idea people
Studio
complained
Paint?
about the knees.
Real fluffies are drawn inside. What the
Oh,
fuck?
Here we go. Okay. There's actually a video up on. I'm looking at the moose and the orcas. I posted a video to what this guy's name? BioArc. He did a video on it. Here.
I see.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Back in the day, it was very easy to do something wrong, and there weren't any rules on like hate art on the Buru, so you'd get a lot of it.
Yeah, in fact, hate art is something that I've been against creating on Fluffy Community because I feel that there was a decline, a general decline in the amount of content being generated on the Brew because people were leaving, and there was this culture of creating hate art and shitting on each other. Generally, I noticed.
Yeah, it became real toxic once we invited
Mhm.
people from B. I don't know who the fuck started it,
I
but
never got
I
any,
used to try to go into the generals because I used to be a draw fag. That's where I would do a lot of commissions. But this, I want to say it was just one guy from what I could tell from the behavior, is they would post the same images over and over again. And it was just about Smarties and Brats. So everybody started thinking all Fluffies were Smarties and Brats. So we started getting an influx of
The Hell Gremlin crowd. Yeah.
yeah, the Hell
Oh,
Gremlin crowd.
grounds, yeah.
And
But I feel that the problem is not just thinking that fluffies are all bad or fluffies or Fluffy should be a specific way. I think it's just this idea of Fluffies are only meant to be looked at in a negative or seen only as pathetic. It's like what you mentioned, Santa, that there's this problem of people just not doing anything new or unique or exploring Fluffies in interesting ways.
Because there's a lot of people who are saying, no, you can't do this. Stop doing this. This is what it's about, and it'll be completely wrong. Or
I remember
they'll say, like, a lot of the people from B started saying, oh yeah, Fluffy was made to piss off bronies. No, that's where that kind of bullshit started coming from. But basically, there's always going to be people who are either one side of the fence for abuse, one side for hug box. You need a mix of both to make the community like thrive. If it's just hug box, people get bored. They literally had a hug box Buru, and it died because nobody gave a fuck because nothing interesting was going there. They just
it was
stayed on the
up
regular.
for like 6 months.
It's
I think.
not very well maintained. Actually, I actually checked out that site.
It was actually alive for a lot long, but it stopped being active after like a few months because people just didn't give a fuck to go there because everybody was actually being active on the main Buru.
Again, this is why Weird Box is best. It combines the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So I agree, though I gotta say, although I'm perfectly happy that hate art is gone, can I just tell you that there's one guilty pleasure though that kind of died because of that, and I'm gonna kind of miss.
What?
I kind of miss shit edits.
Yeah. We actually
have.
We actually aren't we doing one right now on stream?
I mean, that's not really a shit edit. I can't remember. I don't even remember.
No, like
Point
an
is,
example of a shit edit is like basically what I told you earlier with the story of Templar basically getting annoyed at that one person saying Fluffy survived the apocalypse. So then he took that picture and just drew his character killing that Fluffy, and then basically it's people taking art and just like editing it in a like different way. Like I remember some people getting pissed about like Hugbox stories, so they turn them into abuse and abuse into Hugbox stories, stuff like that. As well as just making weird shit into weird box as well.
It was always a trip. Like I always felt a little, I guess a little left out because I never really got like hate art. I got hate messages, especially for the Menfolds ordeal, but never really like hate art.
Olga deal.
The Olga deal was fucking great though, because like at one point there was a group that would just show up as like, if your idea does not fit into my small little worldview, get the fuck out of here. I hate you. And then here I drew Menfolds, which were like big ass buff bodybuilders with a little fluffy head on them, and called it Menfolds because of a fucking joke me and Menthol had. And one dude went full butt blasted, shit on everything, call the fucking police, mom, get the camera, I'm fucking angry. And it was the funniest thing. I'd you please ban. Over somewhere in Russia, there is like a statue of me that has like a rope around his neck, and it's just like death to the Shire.
Just dying. Talking about bliss right before he jumps.
All right,
that's it. Bliss, and then you just hear a loud crack.
All right, I'm gonna have to call it on that one for Leaf. Leaf, is there anything else you wanted to add to the conversation? Anything else you wanted to say?
I guess it would just be like, what interested you in the community, really? Like, just everyone in general.
It was an interesting creative prompt, like just for writing an art. There was a lot of crazy shit that was going on back in the day with Weird Box, and that's what kind of drew me in.
Yeah, a lot of that, and I also liked the stories like On the Rocks, what's it called? Listen to Smarty. Basically, stories about the Fluffies trying to survive. And
On the Rocks, that's the fucking story.
Reminded me of like stories like Watership Down, Plague Dogs, those old like cartoons about animals surviving.
Or Nature's
Animals Carving Wood, that TV show. So I really liked those.
Honestly, it's, you know, I like I said, I discovered this shit through a fucking BuzzFeed article.
Yeah, it's so hard to find like bittersweet stories nowadays. So that's what was getting my itch, is because there was like a lot of bittersweet stories that were actually fairly okay written.
Yeah,
that's why I ended up sticking around.
I think a lot of what kind of got me to stick around and what got me to create stuff was like disregarding the whole fucking fluffy thing. Like a lot of the artists and a lot of the writers were honest to God good at what they were doing. Like you could tell they had fucking talent. It just happened that
We just bust
they what?
It's kind of like when you find an anime or a manga you like, and you're like, oh man, I really like this guy. Like, I wonder if they have anything older. Then you find out they used to draw like hardcore snuff comics. You're like, yeah, that's kind of how it feels like getting your start in Fluffy Pony.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that actually
you
is.
Look at it now. It's like, wow, Funk was drawing, fucking manga about girl getting her head crushed in and thrown in a cement barrel, and I'm like, yep. Now I draw stuff about Jesus.
Yeah, it's like you can see the fucking personality behind the stories and behind the art. And what got me into the whole thing is like when I discovered it and I started looking into it, it was like very obvious. A lot of these people, and at least back when I was first getting into this shit, it was like this person is a very creative person or a very talented person. And I am buying into their fucking story. I am buying into what they're drawing. It just happens to be with a little fucking fluffy, fake ass cartoon pony.
But I mean, that's the reason why MLP was so popular. I mean, that's like asking why is it that so many people got into MLP in the first place? Why did MLP attracted so many people back in 2010?
There's some lonely fuckers out there.
Personally, I hated MLP. That's just me personally. That is my personal opinion, and I did try.
Watching it.
I tried too. It did not do anything for me. But the people that were creating the stories for the Fluffies, they came from really all walks of life. And you could see, you could almost feel that fucking creative soul behind the artwork, behind the stories. Like this person, you could almost like feel that person's creative soul, that creative side, their chakra through this fucking shit posting of pony artwork.
It's kind of it was kind of also to get mushy for a second. Whenever like I joined the FluffCast, I was like, oh, well, these people are really cool. And at the time, I was a depressed dude living by himself, nowhere in the middle of nowhere, no one to really talk to. And then like I found this group, and I was like, oh, okay, well the retarded cartoon horses are only a small part of it. The rest of it was shit posting about fighting games, bad anime we watch. We've had some magical moments, like when myself, Menthol, and our friend Stone decided to do a death march and watch the new Inuyasha series. And oh my god, I thought we were all gonna die.
Oh yeah,
But,
it was awful.
We've done shit like that. Like we've
been hanging out for years now.
Oh yeah,
God, yes.
we played D&D campaigns together that will go down in history.
Yeah, you meet some good friends in the weirdest of places.
Funk to that. All I want to say is Lazarus.
Oh my god, that's a story.
We ain't talking about that.
I am man enough to admit, I am man enough to admit that I would probably be one of those really obnoxious Nintendork soy boys on the internet right now if I didn't get my verbal thrashing every week from you guys when I was so young.
That's it. It's gotta happen.
Take a picture of yourself with your mouth open.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to quickly answer Leaf's question about how I got into the fandom, and I'm gonna out myself and say I was just here for the abuse at first. I'm not gonna lie.
Based.
A lot of people were that dude.
I love the abuse, and that's why I'm here.
Myself.
I'm also gonna like kind of be thankful for the fandom because even though I don't do anything with it anymore, it kind of got me on the path to going to doing what I want to do with my life. Where I've been for the past couple of years, I've been trying my best to get better at drawing to actually become an artist.
Yeah, you just got a fucking sponsorship from Smooth Balls.
Yeah, I got a fucking sponsorship on my Instagram today, and I was like, "What the fuck is this about?" And so, yeah, it's like I got a credit because it got me drawing again and like doing all the creative shit. And I have now like 2 published Warhammer stories, and apparently I'm getting known for drawing muscle girls and thickness sickness. So there we go.
You're fucking sponsored. You've made it. You're a fucking an influencer now.
I'm an influencer for @smoothballs, and I was like, "Well, roll tide, y'all."
A lot of us kind of moved away from the Buru. I mean, some of us obviously left, and now we came back. But I think in general, some of us don't necessarily give enough credit to what the fandom did for us. We were like, "Oh, it was awful." But when you actually think about it, some pretty cool shit came out of it.
Oh, yeah. I
personally, a lot of cool shit,
married
a lot of
now.
friends we made.
Yeah, I love like I have made a lot of really good friends. All of you, even including the people I have just met the last week. Like, I love you guys. I think that you have helped shape me as a person, which is fucking horrifying if you think about it.
What if the real retarded cartoon horses are the friends we made along the way?
It's true. The real retarded horses are the friends we. But seriously, like when I found this shit, I was in a really dark place, and you guys helped me. You helped pull me out of that place.
Hey,
Honestly, I can tell the same thing. Like,
That's
jeez,
exact-
this is
me,
so
like-
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we were worried about Kibbles because he was drinking a lot.
I
And a
was
lot of the
drinking
times he
so
would come
fucking
into the call, he'd be fucking driving it. We're like, motherfucker, you driving again?
Yeah. It didn't
You know
help. Like
what?
we had that couple times where we like almost got him in trouble at the pharmacy about screaming in his pocket about get the Sudafed on the blister packs. Sudafed. Get the Sudafed.
Guys, you know what? I guess in the end, you could say friendship really is magic.
Go fuck yourself.
I am getting in the car right now. I'm whooping somebody's ass tonight.
There is a reason I have not fucking. There's a reason I haven't swallowed a fucking bullet, and it's you guys.
You know what? I'll take it.
I'm just saying, like
Alright.
like I said. But yeah.
Shall we move on?
All right, we're gonna have to call it a here for this caller. Now, Leave, thank you for inspiring such a heartfelt conversation between the boys. It means a lot to us.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we're gonna bring in our last caller here. It's gonna be Toon Damien, and then we're gonna have to end it there because we're pushing over 3 hours right now. We want to keep this somewhat concise.
Hey, YOLO.
Save some content for next week.
Do I need to tell the leprechaun story before we wrap somewhere toward the end?
We'll do that.
We're gonna do that next week.
All right. We'll save it for next week.
Yeah, save it for next week. All right. So, Leaf, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bye bye.
Get the fuck
see
out.
ya.
Bye. Fucking asshole.
Of course.
Oh, beautiful. I love it.
That's what we always do. It's an inside joke.
Hey, Damien.
Hello.
Hello. You're on the air.
Do your
Hello.
voice.
Hello, nice misters.
Do
you have Eddie?
That's just first.
All right.
Oh, nigga, that's just cursed.
Okay. All right.
Towards the end of this, please.
Sloppy seconds on
Oh my god.
Fireworks outside.
You know, after the last conversation we were having, I was gonna say that I felt God in this voice chat tonight, but he left. He's gone. He's out of here.
There's no God, only Fluffy.
You should mention that I've known Damien to do quite a good fluffy voice. So I was happy to hear it again.
God.
My goodness.
I'm always very happy to do it. It makes people pain, so.
Mutagen's wife has the better one.
Best thing.
Yeah, Fluffy has a pretty good Fluffy voice, but I don't think I can get her to do it anymore. We'll see. Maybe in a future stream, we'll see if we can get her on here.
Yeah,
I'd have to
Fluffy
convince
voice
her.
right now.
That'll be impressive.
I don't think she wants anything to do with this, and honestly, she's mildly disappointed that I'm into it again. But you know what? She was signed up for disappointment when she agreed to marry me.
That's it. Fluffy
true.
Pony is the
Now,
beginning
my
and the
goodness.
end of your marriage.
Exactly.
As is tradition, hey, how you doing? You sound kind of cute. What's up?
I'm doing fucking great.
Okay. Please continue. Please continue. Let's ask us questions.
Trying to think of a question. Fuck.
That's a good question. Yes, we fuck sometimes.
Not on stream though; it's private.
Well, yeah,
I'm pretty sure y'all get it
We
immediately
might plug our
demonetized.
OnlyFans. We might plug our OnlyFans later.
Only
to
fluffies.
begin with. What the hell are you on about?
I got my OnlyFans over here. Subscribe to get the fucking kawaii schoolgirl outfit today.
I've got 7 subscribers on my OnlyFans. I'm doing very well.
That's it. Sign up for Double
Wait,
Diamond
Kibbles,
Platinum on me and Kibbles OnlyFans today.
Did you hit on Leaf? I don't think you hit on Leaf.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Did
I
he?
think you did in
No,
the beginning,
he
yeah.
did not.
I don't
he
remember.
did not hit on Leaf. No, not at all.
I don't think you did. Yeah,
you
okay.
missed that one.
Are you sure? God damn it.
All right, here it's okay. I got you, Kibbles. Hey, Leaf, if you're listening to this, call me.
Yeah.
Hey,
Boom.
Leaf, I just want to. I got a question for you. Are you a Stephen King novel? Because you thick as hell and scare the fuck out of me.
Oh, I'm fucking saving that one.
Oh goddamn,
fucking
that's good.
saving that.
That's fucking good.
That's fucking great.
All right, Damien, we bought you time. What's your question?
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, technically though, it's a circle jerk most of the time in here.
Ah, yes, wonderful. So what made because I wasn't here earlier. What brought back the Fluffy cast?
Oh, fuck if
God.
I know.
All right,
Long
so
story short, Lemon found some stuff on his old hard drive and then said, "Hey, you remember this shit?" And then we all went, "God damn it, you son of a bitch, we're in."
Yes, the best way to come back.
Wait. What I remember is that what's it called? I was just browsing my old fucking computer and shit, and I saw some art on my computer left over from Fluffy Ponies. I was like, oh shit, let's go to the Buru. So I went to the Buru and there was nothing there.
Yeah, the brewer fucking died.
So I finally do some digging around and I see some of the boys and they're all skulking around and it's just all new people and I'm like, fuck, we need to teach these new guys how the old cats used to do things.
You gotta talk about Fluffy Pony Drowns again.
So I was just like, all right, fuck, I'll bust out the FluffCast. But the thing is, I got no one from the OG, and on top of that, I feel like, oh man, it's insulting if I don't get any of the old guys back in. And just Googling the FluffCast, I find the Fluffy community profile page for a guy named Menthol.
See, this is correct.
So that's because I brought it up to him and he joined.
Oh my god.
And then I was brought into it like fucking falling into the event horizon of a black hole.
They fucking grabbed you and dragged you in by your balls.
I'd like to apologize for starting this fucking falling domino.
Yeah,
I am literally here only to be with my friends. I am not going to make any more content.
Yeah, I was happy. I had forgotten about this entire fucking thing. I was moving on.
I was out, damn it.
You're fucked.
Basically, the only reason I even showed up was I got to look and I was like, oh well, looks like they're doing FluffCast. I was like, wait a minute, all the fuckers that are normally on my stream are going to be there. I'm going to be all on my goddamn lonesome. And I'm kind of boring by my own lonesome, so I was like, I'm going to join these assholes and see what happens.
That's what I thought.
Isn't this the best way?
So I do. So at the end of the day, I do want to thank Menthol. He was the guy who really brought all the talent together tonight.
Yes,
he was the star of the show. Don't you know?
Menthol and them on together.
You know, Menthol. I think it was
thank Menthol because Menthol was the guy who managed to give some feedback on this specific piece by Mutagen. Let me get it. The Fluffy Blue Butthurt Advisory.
Yeah.
Where is that? Bust that out.
I have no idea what was referenced in this one picture, right? What was going on? And then Menthol came along and explained everything. Menthol and Lemon together, like a double bill, double team.
Yes.
Honestly, like without context, it's a stupid pick, and with context, it's a stupider pick.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm glad you guys clarified. But actually, I actually wanted to mention as well. I was actually surprised when Menthol actually talked to me, because back when not that he talked to me, it's not like we hate each other or anything, but that he reached out to me about the FluffCast, because actually when the FluffCast was like a regular occurrence, I wasn't one of like the the recurring figures. I think I showed up like maybe like 3 times total across its entire airing.
I want to say I was never actually in the FluffCast because Aichi was always trying to get me on. I'm like, nah, man, I'm camera shy.
You were in the Skype call. You were in the Skype call, but you were never.
Yeah, I was always in the calls, and I was making art for them, but I don't think I was ever actually on the FluffCast. I might have been once, but I don't know.
Santa was usually there and was like hearing us, and like the only thing he would ever say is, like I said, you would hear the sound of his scanner going off when he'd make an art. He would make something like really cool, and you just hear that in the background. Then it would get posted, and everybody's like, "Oh fuck, the robot's alive!" It'd be like, "Santa, speak to us."
Should we go through the advisory scale real quick?
Oh man,
I think we're idling at a nice rump relaxed right now. It's been a chill stream.
I think so.
A nice good one. The Anons are asleep. All is calm. Bedtime in Russia.
Next episode we'll talk about mains, and I'll bring this up to Anal Apocalypse.
Oh my god.
God, please, yes.
I will die on the no main hill.
Yes, fucking please.
I'm
will
fucking
die
confused,
here.
but I look forward to that one.
Oh my goodness.
Or you know what? Hell, why not?
I got it.
I do want to ask y'all: do y'all prefer the Reddit over the website? And
I prefer the website.
What the fuck
I
is
don't use the Reddit.
what the fuck is Reddit?
I use Reddit
hell,
for shit.
a hell pit.
What the
I
fuck
think-
is a Sonic?
I have actually
Overall-
not seen the new site at all. I just remember the Buru. I've never actually checked the new shit.
It's okay.
Yeah, same.
I personally like the new shit.
I think overall it's much better off hosting fluffy stuff on like, you know, a server run by someone who gets it, because at the risk of being that guy, so many people don't get it and they don't want to get it, which is fine. But all it takes is a couple salty anons for Reddit to shut the whole thing down.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
What was it? The fucking years ago there was the fluffy community on the fucking vk.ru or whatever.
It's still there. It's still there. After school, it's still there.
So fluffy community is a lot safer, because if you want to take it offline, you need to answer Virgil's Riddles 3. And no one has ever gotten those right.
Yeah, the other side of the sea.
Andy, purple. Fuck.
What is your favorite color?
Purple. No pink.
have a fucked up Fluffy.
So I just gotta ask, why the fuck are there so many women in this fluffy shit? You'd think they'd just be like a no girls allowed zone.
What do you mean?
I have no testosterone. I crave.
What do you mean?
Yeah, hold on. I noticed something kind of weird. Like in the past little bit, I've been doing my best, kind of fucking around. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be an adult artist. I'm gonna draw titties for a living. Let's fuck with this. I have noticed it like in the weirdest, like kind of like the degenerate sides of the internet. It's all women, and I'm like, you bitches are just teaming up on this shit. Because you get there and it's like I'll get people all the time. Hey, Funk, you ever think about doing any like cuckold shit? And I'm like, no. Britney Spears 68. No, thank you.
Want to make some real fucking money?
You want to make some real fucking money? Look up
Never heard of furries.
penetration.com, you know.
I'm going to chime in here.
You got that boy pussy on your Funk? And I'm like, oh, no.
Those might be a societal thing.
Let's let Lemon chime in, and then I want to chime in real quick.
The Fluffy Pony community was never a boys-only club. However,
Yes.
there were plenty of users that wanted to make it that way, and anytime anybody ever mentioned, oh, hey, by the way, I am a woman, immediately these people would rush to try and either push them off the Buru, claiming they are women with fucking worthless qualities, they should be in the kitchen, all that sort of shit.
Because they admitted to
Ew.
it.
Yeah.
And beyond that, you had the users who knew better than to state that they were women, or were just too damn fucking stubborn to leave, and we thank those who stuck around.
Hell yeah.
Because that's what happened to BDB, wasn't it? Like they found out she was a girl and like went the fuck
Yeah.
off.
I don't feel like it was really much of a secret. I think I knew
It never
like
was.
back when she commissioned me.
It never was, but I want to say like at one point a picture like surfaced and everybody was like, "Oh my god, he my
It
girl."
was somebody had like tracked
Yeah,
the fucking
BDB, that picture was a picture of a fluffy tattoo that she did. She actually had a tattoo of a fluffy or something like that.
Oh
God.
Removable tattoo, but yeah.
So I just want to say about women, females, the opposite gender of what I am.
The gynoids. Yeah.
The gynoids, yeah. So, you know, I mean, you got to remember, like 52% of the world is women, right?
That's scary.
That's
terrifying.
It's a lot of women.
That's a
How
lot
do
of
people
women.
even go outside?
Yeah, I know. But take it from me, who I have worked in several industries where we have worked with women and men and everyone of every gender. Yeah. Women can be fucking like 10 times nastier than men if they want to be. But it's a very fucking like, it's a very kind of like patriarchal, sexist kind of thing where it's just like, you know, everyone on the internet is a 13-year-old boy until proven otherwise. And when you prove it otherwise, guess what? Everyone else on the internet is a 13-year-old boy.
Not literally, but like
You're not touching
mentally.
your old girl.
Mentally,
It's not like back
yeah.
in the day when you could go in the AOL lesbian chat room, pretend you're a lesbian, and be like, "Oh man, it's so great being a woman with big titties who loves women."
Yeah. My boobs, they're so big. They're like two.
I can barely carry them.
Oh
Who
my
can I-
god,
Eventually, I'm
my-
just gonna yeet us to the tetus.
my vagina is so hard right now.
I just want to say to the chat of Mr. Vanner Ryder, the suspiciously rich furries.
Oh, hey, Banner.
So personal experience. Not that I'm involved in this shit.
Oh shit!
But,
It's still there. Fuck. Give me a sec.
So
Half the screen's been covered. My bad.
A lot of the quote unquote rich furries.
Thanks, guys. Jeez.
That's what a horse's asshole looks like.
Yeah. Normal fucking guys, normal fucking dudes, not even guys, normal fucking dudes, ladies and guys.
Dude, furry artists make so much fucking money.
Oh god, yes, yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
I have spent so much fucking money on art, and it's not even like, risque art. It's just like, hey, draw my fucking Sona doing so and so or whatever. Like, I'm a normal fucking dude. I am a normal fucking person with certain hobbies and interests.
Money is money.
I don't think it's necessarily that the furries are rich. It's just that they're not afraid to spend their money.
Yeah, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but
Not just furries, by the way. Bronies are also willing to spend their money. I should point that out.
Oh yeah, they're in the category for sure, 100%.
I on the record, I once spent $2,000 over the course of 3 days on My Little Pony shit. But continue.
Oh no.
Boy, why?
What the fuck?
Why?
Calling
That,
the police.
that right there, $2,000.
I felt bad because I spent $100 on skating.
Car parts. That's money for car parts.
Yeah, and that's what my friend told me.
Fucking awful.
You know what,
I spent
though?
like 10.
That takes some balls to fucking own up to. Kudos, dude. Kudos.
I'll say it. I'll say it.
That's some badass shit right there.
Your boy did
like,
it.
Good on your conviction for that one.
You probably made some people very happy.
I definitely made some people happy. Anyway.
Oh yeah. But yeah, like I have a successful career, I would like to say. And like after I pay my bills off, I've got a couple dollars to spend, and it's like, hey, you're a fucking good artist. Draw my character doing this, because I am supporting small business because this is America.
Support small businesses.
You believe in America? Commission furry porn today.
Seriously, a buck in the pocket of your local furry artist.
If you were a patriot, you're gonna draw a fucking gaping fox asshole, okay?
Well, what if you commission someone from China?
That's bringing American jobs from China.
Trade.
Yeah, we don't want that fucking Chinese furry art. We want Americans drawing foxcock, okay?
You know what Chinese furry art is? Chinese furry art is like everything else Chinese is the bootleg. It's somebody just goes, cuts out a picture of like Nick Fox from whatever the fuck his name is from Zootopia, and then like glues a dildo over the top of it. With, like, a glue stick.
His name is Nick Wild, okay?
It's like you can't tell if it. What's that?
I was gonna say I got a story that is actual real world trivia relating to what y'all was just talking about.
Oh God.
So, gather around, boys and girls. It's Uncle Menthol's weeaboo time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, goodness,
Oh,
yes,
hell yeah.
Oh gosh.
I look forward to it.
Uncle Menthol, can you please not bad touch me this time?
I don't.
Uncle Menthol, should I get the bucket?
You should probably get the bucket. But anyway.
I'm gonna get the bucket.
Oh, jeez.
I hate the bucket.
So, does anyone here recognize the name Osamu Tezuka?
What?
I think so.
Could you use it in a
Osamu
sentence?
Tezuka is the boy, or is the man that did Astro Boy?
Oh,
yeah. He
Okay,
drew a lot
Astro
of
Boy?
shit besides Astro Boy.
Astro Boy is like the great grandfather of most shonen manga nowadays, which is most of the anime shit that gets out here in the West. Is a lot of shonen shit. So, this is important. because that is the beginning of a long fucking pedigree that influenced almost all anime. The dude that was an understudy working under Osamu Tezuka went on to make Kamen Rider, which is basically Japanese Superman. Also went on to make fucking Power Rangers later on. In a long
Super Sentai.
Yeah, Super Sentai. That dude's understudy went on to make Getter Robo, which is the great grandfather of all transforming giant robot animes. You see where I'm
Nice.
going with this? This is a fucking important ass dude, Osamu Tezuka. After he died, they cracked open a locked drawer in his desk that nobody in the fucking house, not even his wife and kids, knew what the hell was in his goddamn drawer because he never let him see it. You know what was in there?
Was it porn?
A little topless, cute Disney style mouse girl. That's it. He had a little bit of
In a
furry
jar.
porn.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
He had
god.
a little Mickey
Shit.
Mouse.
Somebody
another thing,
that
like-
fucking important was doing the furry porn. Never
this
feel
was-
shame in your game.
No. This was hinted
Jesus.
at because he did another series about a phoenix, and it was like a girl phoenix, and she was drawn like the whole time. The way he drew her was just, she's like, "Hey, what that dick do?" And he was just like, "I don't know if it'll burn me, but I might try it." So he did that, and wasn't he also behind Kimba the Lion?
Yep.
Yes, he was behind
Yeah.
Kimba.
So
Yeah,
like,
Osamu Tezuka's a big fucking name. He did a lot of shit besides Astro Boy, but that's the number one everybody knows.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like-
Kimba.
So it's like you can come from weird places and
Okay.
do amazing things. So
Can
That's it.
can
Don't
I
ever
can,
feel no shame in your game.
can I cut in real quick?
Go for it.
go ahead, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
Scar from The Lion King, voiced by Jeremy Irons.
Oh
Like
God, be prepared.
100,000% daddy energy.
Oh yeah,
Fuck yeah.
dude.
Like,
be prepared.
be prepared. My fucking asshole is prepared for you, Dad.
right?
Well, that's fucking kinky.
like if Scar came up to me and said, "Are you prepared?" I'd be like,
He's gonna
"Oh,
have you face down, ass up on fried rock.
yes."
Pour some sugar on me.
I hope you're
He's
lubed
gonna
up
take
and
a
ready.
lemon to his ass and walk on your forehead.
What?
Look,
What?
look,
Yeah,
one day me and Kibbles went to the zoo, and I was like, "Kibbles, this is awful nice of you to invite me to the zoo." And he was like, "Man, I'm so happy you're here." And we were having a good old time walking around. And I was like, "Hey, I want to go see the monkeys." He said, "Well, I need to make a stop first." And we went to the fucking lion cage, and he kept dropping his wallet and bending over and taking like
Yeah.
good 2 to 3 minutes to pick it up every time, going, "Oh no, I sure wasn't prepared for that."
Kept, like intentionally grabbing the fucking corn dog and getting his fingers all
Scar.
greasy so he didn't have an excuse.
I was waiting for Scar in this fucking ghetto ass janky fucking zoo. You know, no fucking Barra Lion Daddy ever came up to me. It was just like, "Are you prepared?" And I'm just like, "Oh God, yes."
Fucking Kibbles took me to a zoo with plastic turtles. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Hey, you know what? Not to get off on too long of a tangent here before we wrap up for the night, but speaking of fuckable Disney characters, literally any voice by Keith David. Can we just make that like a hard thing we all agree on?
Damn right.
David.
Yeah.
I mean, who ain't gonna fuck Goliath?
Yeah, right. Keith David's got
After
the
all.
sexiest goddamn voice in Hollywood.
On top of that, he's the only living thing left.
It's true. Oh man.
I love that.
I just heard a distant evil laughter, and I am very concerned.
Every time I think of Keith David, I think of Saints Row the Third.
So how much money to commission Dr. Facilier as a fluffy pony? Actually, wait a second.
God.
Wait a second. Facilier. That
I'll fucking do it for
How much
free.
you got?
Wait. Time out. Wait.
Wait.
Wait. His name is just Dr. Easy. That's what Facilier means in French.
Yes.
I'll-
What
I'll-
else did you
Actually,
We took all the easy ways. What the fuck
Yeah.
do you expect?
Exactly.
That's fucked up.
Goodness.
Think about
Easy, like-
fucking Baton Rouge. It just means red
Yeah,
stick.
like I'm easy like a Sunday morning, so I'm just saying.
Okay, let's get
Very
Dr.
nice. I
F. Let's
appreciate
get.
that.
All
Yes.
right, let's get Facilier up on the stream here for a moment to
Doc-
close out.
Oh god.
Them laugh.
How you doing there, artist? D, you hanging
Please
in there?
do, because I need some voodoo in my life.
Most of
I mean, I could do it.
I may do it. Just
Just set me up in the arms, you know.
I tell you what, guys, as fucking fun and as fulfilling as this whole little reunion thing was, which it wasn't even a reunion. It's not like we don't fucking talk all the time.
I don't
You know,
talk to you guys.
us
It's a
old
really
guard.
cool.
It is fun to be in. It's fun to be part of the FluffCast.
Mm.
I'm officially an adult.
Okay.
And due to my adult
debatable.
corporate fucking fair, I have volunteered to show up to work tomorrow at 7 a.m. So I gotta go.
Yeah. All right.
Damn.
Well.
You got
All
the
right.
point.
Wait. Time out.
Take care, buddy.
Let's do this right here, everybody. Let's do a quick sign off, and let's do it from the Kibbles. You had yours. Menthol, would you like to say anything?
It's been fun. I'm glad everybody here had a good time. I'm glad we got to talk to some of the newer members. And I think I speak for everyone here when I say this was not as much of a mistake as it could have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm proud of the artwork, even though it's not finished.
No, but for all of you fuckers, this has been fun.
All right, Mutagen.
This is fucking weird, man. Feels,
Yeah.
feel like I
I'll
stepped
agree
into
with
a portal. Time's a flat circle.
Hit.
It's I'm looking forward to doing this again.
Why is that Fluffy? What the fuck is going on with that Fluffy?
Oh, it's
Why are you? Look,
Everyone knows that time is a cube.
All right.
Did you know your father
let's
was a
see
fish?
here.
Time is a
who's
bowl of
next?
spaghetti.
Here we go. General Lemon, talk to us.
Yes. I would like to say thank you all for coming by and watching, and just remember, you can't leave. There are plenty of towels, however, so don't forget to grab one.
don't forget you're here forever.
Oculus.
Love it.
Oh, me? Can I go last?
No, you can't. Funkshire is going last.
Okay, then I'll just say one thing. I love fluffies.
God
Who
bless.
doesn't?
Santanon?
Bless your heart.
Can't think of shit to say. Bye, I guess.
They have it.
All right, our caller, Toon Damien. Thank you for calling in. Please say something to close us out, please.
Goodbye, everyone. Fluffy, love you.
No, banned.
I have cancer now. Thank you.
Banned forever.
You're welcome.
Be gone.
Virgil.
Hey, and I have less cancer from that than I do now.
Big dog Virgil. Woof, woof. Get in here. What do you got to say?
The very first Fluffy merchandise is about to drop in about 3 weeks.
Oh my!
If you want to be
First fluffy merch my ass. Shady Smarty beat you to that years ago.
Yeah, look how that worked out.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot.
All right.
$7 whole dollars off of that.
Good shit.
Look, here's the thing, here's the issue with Fluffy merch, right? If you're brave enough to wear Fluffy merch in public, that shit should be free.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd buy a Fluffy puppy.
Dude, I body checked a dude in a Higo shirt this weekend. Like, I mean, people will wear anything outside.
I saw someone wearing a hentai shirt.
Dragon Nixa, talk to us.
Oh well, thank you for the stream. I'm glad. I'm sorry. Thank you for having me.
It's falling apart already.
And overall, that was fun. That was fun listening to and drawing away. You know, after a stressful day at work, that was great. I needed that.
That's good to hear.
Thank you.
Glad you're able to unwind.
I will say that's been nothing less than magical to be able to reconnect with my boys and girls. That's still weird to me.
We're all the boys here.
Well, we're all the boys here. Let's be real. I'm just incredibly thankful I was able to get this opportunity. Big props to Virgil for helping promote this, and biggest props to Menthol for accruing the men. I didn't realize his little black book was so thorough, and it means a lot.
I wish I could have got more, but I'm glad that everybody did show up.
It was absolutely perfect, you have no idea. Now, Funkshire, please, king of the cast, end the show.
We gotta hear it. Give us the Leprechaun story.
So I get to tell the Leprechaun story now? I was like, I don't really know how to close anything out. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Plug my shit or what? But I'll tell you guys a story to go out on, because this is the story I'm most famous for, and it'll probably keep you coming back. Though I will warn, I won't always be here because I do stream myself. But let me tell y'all a story about the time I fought a leprechaun.
My goodness.
Okay.
Honestly, I thought about this the other day, and it kind of freaked me out when I realized that the leprechaun story is going on about 11 years old now. Probably about 10 years old now. 10, 11 years old. It's almost a decade old, and I was like, Jesus, I'm old. But back in about 2010, 2009, my baby brother went to the school, Old Miss. It's Mississippi University, for those of you that don't know. Those of you that are from the South, you know them as the Rebels, the Black Bears, aka the racist school. And my brother was going up there, and he was living by himself, and he was excited because this was his first time to ever live by himself. And he is living up there with a French dude who I have another story about involving him saying hard R in front of a black repairman. It was fucking hilarious. I also, with that dude's girlfriend, our cousin who has another, I won't put his name on stream because I have some stories about him. They're fucking great. But he also had a roommate named Bubba. And I asked this boy one day, I said, is your name really Bubba or is that a nickname? He said, no, my name is Bubba. And I said, dear God. Bubba was a good guy, though. I can't really say anything bad about Bubba. And Bubba come to us one day. I'd gone to visit my brother. And he come there. He said, hey, guys, do you guys want to go with me to a all-you-can-drink St. Patty's Day punk rock festival? And I said, that's fucked up enough. I got to go. So we loaded up. Now, Oxford, Mississippi, where Ole Miss is about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes from Memphis. And if you've never been to Memphis, Tennessee, highly recommend it. Just stay the fuck out of West Memphis. We went, because West Memphis is technically Arkansas. And once you cross that line, it's like a hard crossing the line in West Germany and East Germany. It's like that kind of hardcore shit. You get there and it's like all of a sudden you're hearing gunshots and dogs barking, police siren. Dude tries to sell you crack, and you're like, holy shit, aren't you a preacher? But we went up there and we went to this little place. It's called Callahan's. And it's located just off Beale Street. It's a little small place, nothing real fancy about it. But we get in there, we walk in, and Bubba says to me the magic words, you don't have to drive tonight, Funk. I am trying he said, I'm actually trying my best to talk to a girl that works here. I'm going to stay sober. You can drink all you want. I don't normally drink, but this seemed like a good invitation. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to drink. And we walk in the bar, and the first thing you notice is just like loud. Everybody's covering Flogging Molly. Everybody's covering Dropkick Murphys. It's all just like bursting right there. It's like 3 bands going at one time. And you're like, holy shit. And you look around, and there's like green beer as far as the eye can see. They got pitchers of ice water because it's March in Memphis, which means it's only about 103 outside. And the one thing that jumped out to me almost immediately, and it took me a minute to grasp what I was seeing, they had a bunch of, well, midget's not proper to say anymore. They had a bunch of dwarves running around dressed up as leprechauns. And basically what these guys were doing was just running around and they're partying with people. And they're like, yeah, why don't you drink some more? Yeah, why don't you party? Why don't you dance? And I was like, this is like, I felt like I just walked into a minstrel show. Like I didn't know what in the hell to do with myself. So I was trying my best not to stare, but I caught eyes with a redheaded guy who was as redheaded as day long. He's in his little leprechaun outfit, and he just looks at me and immediately mean mugs me. And I'm like, oh shit, that's going to be a problem later. But I forget about him, and we start drinking green beer, and I think I drank enough probably to put Shrek under the fucking table. And we're going along, and I look over toward the bar, and I see the most beautiful redheaded woman I've ever seen in my life. And Funk does not have the normal stat block. The Funk stat block is 20 strength, 20 charisma. That's it. Nothing in between. So I was like, I'm going to have to do my best to talk to that girl. And so I did what anybody would do in my situation. I tried to river dance over to her, and I fucked that up the whole way. It looked like I was trying to stomp on a spider that was running about 30 miles an hour around my feet.
Goodness.
So I finally get over to her, and like when I get over to her, I don't like lean. I'm in my mind, I leaned against the bar, like, "Hello, how you doing?" But really, I hit the bar like I was, about to drown in the swimming pool, and was just like, "Hey." You're perfect.
Good
Look, she was drunk too, so apparently drunk Funkshire and drunk redhead girl were going off pretty well. And we started talking. Everything got a hit well, and I was like, hell yeah. Thank you, Mr. Green Beer. And I'm talking to her, and all of a sudden she just looks at me and she goes real rigid. And then she just starts to scream. And I was like, holy fuck. I'm not that ugly. What is the problem? And she points down, and I look down, and on her left leg is that redheaded leprechaun.
What?
And he is holding onto her leg, and he is pumping into this leg. He is humping her leg as if he had just got home off a 3-day shore leave. And he is just going at this leg. I mean, I didn't know what the fuck to do. So my beer-addled brain says, I should pick up this water pitcher, and I'm going to pour it on that midget. And so that's what I did. I grabbed the water pitcher because, like I said, they have water everywhere, so nobody died of dehydration. And I picked it up, and it's full of ice, and I dumped it on the midget. He backed up. He looked at me all pissed off, and it's about this time I realized this motherfucker ain't got no pants on. And it was about that time, once that shock passed, I realized this motherfucker is a tripod. This motherfucker is pointing at me. It's like a baby's arm holding a fucking apple pointing at me. And it's not pointing at me with love. It's pointing at me with bloodlust. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm in shorts because I'm a fat guy and I'm cold and I'm hot. So I was like, fuck it, I'm wearing shorts.
It is an
I'm like,
actual factual at this point hate boner.
literal hate boner. Like he could have took that thing and tried to beat me to death with it, and they would have arrested him for assault with a deadly weapon. And I was just like, what the fuck? He starts like punching me in the leg, trying to hit me in the dick. And like he's doing his best. He's hitting me and he's hitting me. And I'm like, no, don't let it touch my leg. And I just kind of like fling my leg out. And I fling my leg out. I fling it like way too hard. And I kicked him across the bar. And he hits the wall about 2 foot high on the wall and slides down like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. And then he gets up and he flips me off and then runs off into the night. No fucking pants, nothing. Just little green top, little green hat, run out into the fucking night through the swinging doors.
Oh my God.
And that should have been
He comes in and says, "That's all, folks."
That should have been the end of it.
Oh,
At this point, I'm stone cold sober at this point. I'm done. I'm like, no, I'm fucking done. I don't want to touch another goddamn drop of alcohol. I'm ready to go the fuck home. But like Bubba's like, dude, like I'm this close to sealing the deal. So we stayed to the end. I was like, whatever, he's gone. And we sat back down. I'm drinking. I think I just drank water the rest of the night. But finally got time to leave. And it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And we walk out and we're starting to walk toward the parking garage where the car is. And as we're walking along, we have to pass by an alley. And it's just your stereotypical dark alley right there. And we walk by, and my brother didn't get busting my balls the whole time, but he's like, dude, you fought a fucking leprechaun. That's awesome. He's like, this is fucked up. I can't wait to tell our cousin. And I was like, dude, that was fucked up. I don't care what you say. And as I was talking to him, I hear just like a really quick, and his bare feet on concrete. And I look over in the alleyway, and here he comes running out of the fucking alleyway, screaming at me. And I didn't know what to do. And he runs up, he starts hitting me again. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? And like, I did the only thing I knew to do. Like I said, I'm 6'5". This dude's like 3 foot tall. I just put my hands under his arms like I'm holding up a baby. And I just hold him up about arm's length away. And he is like still swinging at me, trying his best to get to me. He's covered in vomit. And he still ain't got no pants. But what he has done, he has gotten plastic Walmart bags and pulled them up over his dick like plastic underwear. They are slowly filling with vomit as the vomit goes down his chest into the bag. And I'm just like, oh my dear God, what is going on? And my brother, in his infinite wisdom, he jumped to my rescue. He said, quick. And I look over, he opened up a dumpster right there. He said, throw him inside. And so, scared to death, I'm holding him at arm's length like I'm holding a 4-year-old just shit himself at the playground. Jesus. And I throw him in the dumpster and we close the lid. And I feel like I defeated the leprechaun. I can go home. But
and you would think that would be the end.
You think
but
that
you'd
would be the
wrong.
end. But there's more.
Oh my God.
As I'm sitting there, I'm leaned on the dumpster, like breathing hard, just like, holy shit, what just happened to me? And then I'm sitting there and then I hear, hey, and then I get punched in the face. The hardest punch I've ever taken in my life. I was a boxer for about 4 or 5 years, and I got hit in the face so hard, it like rattled my teeth. And then I looked, and there was the biggest, blackest man I've ever seen in my life. He looks like if Michael Clark Duncan ate Ving Rhames and then had a fucked up hate baby with George Foreman. This dude was enormous.
He was a big ass, bridge built motherfucker.
Big ass country fed black dude just looking at me with hate in his eyes, and he is about to take out all the suffering that his family has ever dealt with on my ass. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
And I kind of get myself up because he about knocked me on my feet. And I got up and I was like, holy shit.
Damn.
Now, when I say this, a lot of people always accuse me of being racist, but a lot of people know of the movie or the story trope, the magical Negro. Have you ever seen The Legend of Bagger Vance or Driving Miss Daisy? The magical Negro trope talks about a black man who appears in like a white person's life and just magically changes everything.
Yeah, a good example of that is also Disney's Song of the South.
Yeah, Disney Song of the South, something like that.
Bruce Almighty.
So I say that. I said to kind of give context to the next little bit here. He hit me in the face, and like I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to get my fucking hands up, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And he looks at me. He looks me dead in the eyes. He gets right in my face. He is like right here. I can smell his fucking breath. I could feel his nose touching mine. I could see like his eyeballs shifting back and forth at me. He goes, "You will not do that, you little boy." I said, "What?" And he opens the dumpster. And he picks up the leprechaun and he holds him up like I was holding him. And he sees the chaos that is this leprechaun, the vomit, the diaper, the Walmart diaper he's made for himself, the fucking torn to shreds outfit by now. The hat's like not at a jaunty angle no more. It's like hanging off his ear. And he sets him back down in the dumpster real gently, closes the lid, looks at me and says, "I'm real sorry about that. You have a good night." And then walks back into the alleyway. And I just sat there in a stupor and I went, "Thank you, magical alleyway Negro." Okay. That's officially the end of the story. But here's a fun little where are they now bit. Years later, I went back to Bill Street. My brother, another brother of mine, lived in Memphis for several years, and we went up there and he'd heard the story, but we didn't know each other at the time, so he was like, "Well, let's go over there and check it out." And we go to Callahan's and we look at the alleyway, and the alleyway does not have a back exit. It's just a square, well, not a square, but it's like 3-sided alleyway. There's nowhere for this guy to go. I don't know where that big black man went. He just walked into the night and disappeared.
Just walked down the alley and disappeared.
That's it. And like it even got so bad, like I went into Callahan's. I said, "Has that alleyway always had a back wall to it?" He said, "Yeah, it's had a back wall since we bought the place." I said, "You've got to be kidding me." And I told
he was just hanging out there ready to whoop the shit out of anyone throwing a baby in a dumpster.
So if you ever find yourself in Memphis, Tennessee, and you want to throw a baby in the dumpster, don't do it, man.
Don't do it. He will fucking rock your shit.
He will hit. I've got a fucking jaw like a goddamn granite countertop, and he about knocked me on my ass. So don't do it.
All right. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that's the famed leprechaun story.
That's the famed leprechaun story. Also, like, I guess I don't know. I'll take a second to be a dick and plug myself. You can hear this kind of horse shit whenever I'm doing art streams because that's just basically what I talk about with me and Menthol are shit posting while I'm drawing. So
good.
If you ever find yourself interested, feel free to drop by. Everybody's welcome. I don't draw fluffy shit though anymore. So sorry.
TV/Funkshire.
That's it. I'll throw it in the chat if that's okay.
Yeah, throw it in the chat. Not a problem.
Next
I
time,
plug myself in too.
let's be sure to talk about the DMX story.
We'll do that next time.
I've got 2 of those, so next time I'll tell you guys. If you guys are doing like the about 6 p.m. my time to 8 o'clock, hell, I can still try to make it because I don't stream until 8 o'clock on Friday nights.
We might move to Saturdays because I deliver pizza, so we'll see what happens.
There you go.
Classic Saturday night fluffcasts.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm so down.
We always got those, and like, yeah, these guys got to be there. Like, y'all were some of the first ones I ever told the leprechaun story to, because shit like this happens to me all the time, and I don't know why. And I can thank everybody in this chat for encouraging me to go on with storytelling because I apparently am decent at it, and shit happens.
I'm gonna say really good.
It's if I could write as well as I could tell a story, I'd fucking be Stephen King of the South right now. But sadly, I can't. But we'll get there one day. We'll keep reaching for that rainbow.
All right.
Let's
play us off.
This was FluffCast. Thanks, everyone.
That's FluffCast. Y'all have a good time.
That was the FluffCast. Have a nice night,
Tip your
everybody.
waitresses.
We're all so sorry.